Welcome to the Othmerweizen Tavern. Patrons, adventurers, and travelers, please sit down and enjoy this lovely storytelling unfold in front of you. Wow, I did that quite well. I shouldn't have said anything after it. I ruined it. All right, anyways. Welcome back to another episode of the Othmerweizen Tavern, where we just get together and have some fun playing some D&D 5th edition, Homebrewed World, Calgernia, all that jazz. I'm going to be using Sirenscape for my audio tonight for tonight's game and for foreseeable future. And also hope everyone had a great Canada Day. If you are watching us religiously, we did take another break last week, yeah, just life and busy and celebrating. I don't know if I ever got to say congratulations to the Toronto Raptors because they won the NBA Finals.
Oh, yeah.
I should have said that last game, but whatever. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I hope no one bought season tickets right after. Because
no, that's all right, man. Hey, he helped out what he did, and
he did.
I respect him exactly. He's just going to go to team and do that for everyone.
Boardman's going home.
Boardman's going home. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll just jump right into this. Boom. All right. Where we last left off, the Sheath, newly named group, was in the city of Rothschild, and have been quite busy within the first, I think, not even 48 hours you guys have been there. It's getting close to 48 hours now.
Yeah.
Made a lot of appointments, all on the similar day. Made some promises.
Speaking of which, we need a receptionist or something.
Yeah, is Jane keeping track of all of this?
Jane would keep track of it.
Automatically records everything unless I tell her not to.
Oh, which is also...
Well, hopefully you find you a gig stick or something for more memory, because there's a lot going on.
Four conflicting appointments.
Yeah,
Please
I do not understand how you'll be able to get this accomplished all on the same day. Yeah, it seems like everything has a 2-day deadline, which will start this following morning. You guys went into the gutters and found an old friend of in the Tamar Square. Tamara, no, I was right. Okay, Tamara Square. You found an old friend of Graff's, Val Stonecutter, a fiery red-headed dwarf with emerald green eyes who had some cool contraptions and had a wealth of information to bestow upon you guys. And you guys made a promise to go to the Sleepless Swamp.
It's a light promise.
To go find Hansu.
Eventually.
I mean, I only said we're going to eradicate them all, but it was a light promise.
Well, and you also said, like, immediately.
Yeah, you said you guys would be leaving in the morning.
A light promise.
Because, yes, a day travel through the swamp to get to the destination would be about a day.
Light promise.
Just difficult terrain and whatnot, and just going through the thick of the swamp and not getting lost.
I don't have to carry my cask anymore since it's empty.
Yeah, it's pretty empty there, and I guess we... after making all
barrel fist,
after making all these appointments of trying to get into Hilltop, trying to get forgery signs to get you into the Midtown district.
Oh, also to get incorporation.
Oh yeah,
to a business name.
A business name for Darkfist. That's Blackfist Ale.
I can't wait to slap Blackfist with a patent. Sorry, bud.
Patent
infringement.
Makes his or her great return and is like, I am Blackfist. Actually, sorry.
Assaulted by a team of gnomish lawyers.
Yeah.
That was the downfall of Blackfist.
Litigation.
Didn't get to live out prophecy. He just got caught up in legal trouble. No tournament can beat that. Hold on, you said
Silly
gnome
died
lawyers?
of old
I gotta write that down.
Gnome lawyers.
Gnome lawyers. I'm writing that down because that might just happen.
Redacted.
You guys got some new wardrobes for Rakell and replaced the raincoat that you had. Now you have a actual
That's why I wore this.
well-looking
and you paid
cloak.
like 10% as much.
Yeah.
Why don't you shut up about it?
Okay, Mr.
We ended
Yeah, what did you spend your money on?
Nothing.
I didn't spend it. He spent it.
What did you spend his money on?
He picked it out.
Anyways, the night came to an end when Graff decided to go back to the pristine Pegasus and go to his room with. I think that's where you stayed. You decided to stay there at the time.
No, we're going to stay with Val.
Oh, back to the gutter. Sorry, just
Yeah.
good. I had to ask. Yeah. So you guys are staying, and these wonderful three decided to go find the Chimera Inkwell, which is a.
Just call us the Black Fist Ale Brewing Co.
Do not call us that. You guys don't say that.
You guys decided to go off.
That's why you're the muscles,
go
not the
find
brains.
that location. Just gonna turn that 'cause it's right
You're taller than me.
And I probably look a lot burlier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Literally a werewolf.
Yeah.
I'm a half elf. For
I'm like
God's
a
sake.
muscle.
5'11" muscle machine.
Okay. I feel like this is.
Half elf? I thought it was half orc.
I tapped this earlier now.
Oh, yeah.
This changes all the things I've been writing.
Okay. As long as it's still sounding all right.
Yeah, that sounded
Okay,
Not
good,
ugly.
good.
This is why you've been calling me ugly the whole time.
All right. Well, we will, I guess, continue our story.
Lord Rakell, I advise you to be
So-
careful
so-
upon entering this establishment.
I appreciate your concern, Kaine, but this is why our friend here has those boom bags from Val in case things get hairy.
So what kind of tattoo you getting there anyway, fancy pants?
Well, if we're gonna be the Black Fist Brewing Co., I should get a black fist of tattoos.
There. Oh,
That's a great idea.
as long as you have a plan.
How do you...
No,
Lord Rakell...
Don't leave it up to the artist. They'll draw a dick on you.
Lord Rakell, how do you plan on paying for such endeavors?
Why, with boom bags, of course.
What?
Tattoo us, or we blow your establishment up.
Whoa, whoa. No,
I'm kidding. I have gold. Put aside for this.
How much gold do you have?
Gene, what do you think the probability is that everything's
15.
gonna go smoothly?
15 gold?
Yeah, not bad.
That's not bad.
You have like 54 left.
By the way, you...
I do not feel comfortable giving you this answer, Graff. I do not want to make your stress levels increase.
By the way, you owe me,
Stop thinking
Rakell.
As will I.
You sure you don't want to come see the circus?
Well, it's
All right.
best
So
we
yes,
honor.
he's in the gutters. You guys are making your way outside of the gutters and making your way just to the outskirts of the Midtown district. Yes, it goes the High Rock Hill district and then Midtown. So you're just on the cusp of Midtown to the Hill district. So where establishments are a little bit more proper, or I shouldn't say proper, just more well renowned. There is a little bit heightened security in this area. But in this destination where you're heading, there are some shadier establishments with the right to do business because they've paid their bills and fees and whatnot. They're still running. So as you guys make your way through the labyrinth of shitty little buildings, you make your way to Midtown District, and as you guys are getting closer to the wall that kind of separates Midtown to Hill District, the buildings themselves are a little bit more taller. There are more stories to them. And a lot more elaborate decals on the sides of these establishments.
What am I wearing again? Gold vest, gold
No,
pants.
black. It's black with gold trim.
Yeah.
You have like not parachute pants, but they're kind of parachute pants.
Perfect.
Gold trim, a vest.
You look like a
gold
genie.
trim.
Yeah.
Gold trim shoes.
The vest, pants, shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and you have a newly acquired necklace
Yeah,
hanging around
As
your
we're
neck.
making our way through, I'd like to try and use my heightened smell to see if I smell anything familiar or anything curious other than the normal stench.
Hey, I showered.
Yeah, he's fully bathed and clean. And the hour is late. It is a little bit cooler in the air tonight. It's still in the midsummer of where you are, but with the rainfall that happened a majority of the day, it has let up. Still kind of overcast in the skies. But using your little sniffer, just roll a survival check.
My little sniffer. 8.
8. As leaving the gutters, definitely the smell is a little bit more, well, not as harsh on your nose. But you just smell different leather works being done, but nothing really, nothing that pops out at you of not normal city smells.
Ramiro notices this and goes, "Looking for a butt there, Pooch?"
I just give him a dead stare. When did you become
Get it?
When-
Because you're
when
a
did
dog.
When did you become a comedian? I thought you were the muscle.
This guy's rubbing off on me.
Who's leading your pack right now? Rakell?
Rakell, 100%
You have been given
Rakell.
directions to
Yeah, the guard gave me
Chimera,
the guard gave me
the
directions.
Shimmer. I'm going to pronounce it wrong.
Chimera.
Inkwell.
Well,
Just roll a survival check just to see how well you follow the directions.
Not very well.
Okay, so you guys do take a little bit longer going around different routes.
Do you know you're going, Lord Rakell?
Yes, the guard was pretty helpful. It gave me directions exactly where I need to go. The directions were coming from that part of town. So
how many of the directions involved circles?
As you come across an establishment that you've already seen.
Interesting.
But as time does go on, it just takes you a little bit longer.
Sir. Just wave at somebody who's in the street.
To find more directions? Don't worry. As you come around the corner, finally, you do find a place that fits the description as well as Rakell gets the directions as he gives his left and rights up and understands where he's at. There you see is a red stone building with dark pillars that kind of support each corner of it, as well as this dark oak door with some windows in it. And there is 2 windows up front with some curtains, but they're very see-through enough that you can see into this establishment. There are lanterns hanging on the outside as well as in the inside that actually have like a red shade over it, so everything has kind of a red tinge as you're looking at this building. And as you come around to these stone steps that go up into this huge dark oak door, above it, you can see 3 heads kind of made out of some type of metal that is really well crafted. There's a head of a dragon, a head of a lion, and then there's a head of a goat coming off on the sections there, both with their mouths agape. And then there is this, it is a wooden sign, but it's carved to look like a banner of parchment that is sitting there, and it is the Chimera Inkwell.
There's a lot of red lights in this district, boys.
Do you know Thieves' Cant, Ramiro?
No. I'm a soldier, not a thief.
There are patrons that are outside on the streets. Some seem to be slouched over, very shady-looking characters that just look like they're enjoying the night sky a little too much, as some are like leaned back against the wall, just staring up, sitting on the streets corners. There are well-dressed people coming back and forth. So there's kind of a mix, just even in the outsides of the city streets right now. At night, you are kind of on a lane that has some taverns and other late-hour establishments.
Wallets in your front pockets, boys.
I don't... Oh, I have pockets now.
You do have 2 pockets.
This place looks exquisite. And I'm gonna walk in.
All right. You open the 2
Lord
large...
Rakell of the Black Fist Brewing and Co.
You can see that there are exotic-looking humanoids that kind of walk by with like plates, very silverish plates with some type of smoking apparatus on top of it, pipes and whatnot, and just these bags of different things. As you come in the door, they are... One of them is a greenish color skin to them with horns that kind of come up and curl down around their ears. Both of them are female, and there is another servant that is walking by that has purple skin. To you guys looking at them would recognize them as tieflings. And as you say, Lord Rakell, one of them drops their plates and quietly goes and picks them up all shy and looks at you guys. A large desk in front of you, and in behind that is this large fountain of this great beast that is sitting there with wings and the 3 heads again of this dragon head, lion head, and goat, all with this water kind of trickling out into this beautiful decorative fountain that is behind this person who's standing at the desk. That is kind of a...
Is it looking fancy?
This is a very fancy...
Very fancy, dim-lit place, and very large opening room to it.
I was picturing this correctly.
Oh, yeah, no, it's...
The guard said it was the nicest place in town for getting a tattoo.
Yeah, the nicest place to get a tattoo, but also very shady.
Gotcha.
So it does, and you do kind of look around at some of the clienteles. There are, in behind the desk, there's kind of like little lounge waiting areas, but then you can see that there's doors that lead in behind this wall.
I'm impressed.
They have their own rooster.
And then you just see one of these
Chicken just runs by.
colorful skinned tieflings kind of kill a rooster there and drain out some blood.
Nice.
And you can see them with a pen, and they're getting ready to do some work.
All right.
Lord Rakell, I'm sorry. Is there someone at the desk?
Yeah, there is a kind of a brownish, tanned kind of skin, short little horns that kind of peek up with this kind of face cloth that covers her face, very yellowish eyes to her, with kind of like a night garment on, very tight loose, tight-fitting, I guess you'd say, with cutting the front. A lot of jewelry on her ears, and as well as her hands. You can see these long fingernails to her, and she has several rings all on them. And see her with a quill kind of writing stuff on parchment as she sees you guys enter, as you
have announced our presence.
Announced her presence. She does look up.
Lord Rakell would be interested in acquiring what you call it on the streets, ink?
Your friend is looking for a tattoo?
Yes.
Art of ink?
Absolutely. I hear that this is the finest establishment to acquire such work.
This is the establishment if you have the gold.
And how much gold would that be?
Depends on the price of the piece.
Oh. Well, I have my own ink, and I'm going to unscrew the bottom of my gourd. And then kind of just hold it in front of her.
She looks at it for a second.
I think what Lord Rakell is requiring is an arcane tattoo.
Well, in order for that to be done, the ink itself and the pen or the needle needs to be enchanted. She kind of looks at your item that she has. She has the long black hair kind of draped over in front of her shoulders as well as far in her back. You see kind of a little flicker in her eye, like almost like a little fireball go off of like white energy. I see you already have the proper tools.
Ah, yes. I just need an expert to put it on me.
That can be done.
Oh.
It will take some time.
Oh, no, right.
A little bit of pain.
Oh. I've been punched in the face many times. I'm sure I can handle some pain.
I could see. Hopefully not because of what you're wearing. You look very appropriate for this area. For an enchanted piece, depends on how big the piece you want. With the ink that you have supplied, we can probably do a small one. It would be in the price range of about 500 gold.
Oh boy.
Why are you laughing, Lord Rakell?
This is a very serious matter to do. Once it is on, it's very hard to get rid of.
Oh, yes. Is there any way we can work out a different price?
Our prices are fixed, even though you are bringing in your own supplies. We will still need to take the time to make sure we fully understand what you have brought to us. And the price that is set is with a discount of your own supplies that you've brought in. So 500 gold is where I must stand.
Lord Rakell, if I may.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, sir. Our lord. We potentially meet this artist before we cough up the coins.
If that is what you wish, there is a room in the back that I can procure for you, a lounge area. If you'd like anything to exercise your mind or drinks, we can provide them for you.
Oh, just one glass of your finest ale, please.
That can be done. The room itself will be 2 gold for all of you.
I'll hand her. Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'd like to roll a perception check.
Certainly.
To see if anybody is paying attention to this.
Fuck. I only announced it. I mean, it is an opiate to them, so maybe
21.
21?
Hey, what up?
It seems like in this general lobby area, it's people waiting to go in to the rooms or the relaxation places. Nobody's really paying much mind. You can see a lot of people actually like eyeing up the plates that are being brought into the back rooms and whatnot. No one's really paying attention to you guys except for the clerk at the front. With the 21 though, just looking around, there is over the heads of the doors on the left and right behind, past this waiting room, just seems off that there is these statues, just kind of mounted heads that are kind of over the doors, are these tiger heads, really well crafted, almost look lifelike, made of stone, and it's just odd because the tiger head doesn't really associate with Chimera, so
okay,
that would just be the only thing that kind of sticks out a bit.
Okay.
That and they're really well crafted.
Do I see any when she turns to escort us?
You haven't paid her yet.
I paid.
Paid?
Yeah, it's literally bonus.
I just want. Is there a coin purse on this desk anywhere?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. 20, not that.
There are some coins scattered on the desk. It looks like even while she's writing the parchment, she's
None
in a pouch, but as she's leading you away, you kind of give a quick glance underneath, and you can see that there is a small chest that is like would be a coin chest.
With my perception, did I notice him noticing that?
Yes.
Did you notice me noticing that?
Yeah.
You noticed.
I noticed. I boxed him out.
So as Kaine's like,
and I just
Ramiro
whispered,
just
like,
sheet head slides in.
No.
I'm not a fucking idiot. I wasn't going to do it. I was just seeing if there's anything loose.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
I turn around and whisper.
What are we stealing? Shut up. Lord Rakell. This way.
All right. Since you paid up front, she's taking you in through the left door. Walking about 10 feet, and you can see as you get past these doors, everything is hazy in here. There is like this not thick, but a thin layer of smoke in the air. Very weird smell. Kind of tingles your little sniffer.
I don't like this place.
And you can see that this is like, there's the lounge out front, and then this is like a separate waiting room here. And in this room again, there's a kind of pond in the middle of the room, and there's cubby holes, like archways with beads and some cloths. It seems like beads, cloth. It's kind of, and there's like, you can see people smiling, but there's not really much laughter. It's very quiet in this area. You do catch eyes of like several very noble-looking people talking just underneath their breath. But everyone seems to be like laid back in pillows and shit.
Noble people? Like they're from like.
Yeah, I'm gonna still kind of go by you guys like looking around still.
Like these are from
your
the
perception.
Cloud,
yes, you're probably from. Well,
Not
you're not
Cloud.
not from Rothschild, but you know they not. You don't know how high royalty, but they look like nothing you've seen so far in the districts you've been in.
So quite a bit out of place.
Yeah, so they seem like it might be slumming it, as you'd say.
Would I be able to do a medicine check to sense whether or not the cloud would affect us negatively? I have no friggin' idea.
Feel a little, head's a little nauseous actually just being in here, but she takes you into the room. Large red pillow sitting there, a small circular table that is loaded level, and it looks like a very relaxing area. There is a, your players would know it as a hookah sitting in the middle. There is a complimentary like little bag sitting beside it. She says when the artist is done, he will come and introduce himself to you. Do not be alarmed by his appearance. He is a excellent artist, and his work is well renowned.
Most excellent. Thank you very much for your assistance.
Is there any other drink you'd just like a...
Perhaps some information, if you don't mind.
If you have the coin, yes.
I'm curious about who those people are. And I point to the royal.
Poins looks back. You can be curious all you want, but I do not divulge the information of our clientele here.
I jingle my coin purse.
She looks at you, yeah.
No, not even for some coin.
It can make a beautiful sound, but until it's in my hand, then maybe I
flip
can
her
release
one gold piece.
She catches it quickly. Stashes it away in her little belt. That is the son of Sinstraw. He's here visiting.
Son of Sinstraw?
Sinstraw.
Sinstraw.
Zeth.
Would you say Zeth?
Zeth.
Zeth. Okay, perfect.
Now, when you say don't be alarmed, like, is he missing an eye, or does he have a tentacle for an arm?
He has more,
I don't want to insult him.
He has more appendages than most humanoids have. But it helps him do his work.
He's got 2 dicks.
Well,
no, but there are those around that do have that ability. So.
Oh, damn.
double dickers.
Double dickers.
You guys just had one day?
Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Let's see it.
That's why Graff's different.
It's quite a conversation. To
So
go
he's
off
got
on.
more appendages.
The son of Sinstra.
Yes.
What business? Oh, you. Is it? Just curious. Is it odd for noblemen to be here?
Not necessarily.
Are they? Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
Everyone's entitled to their vices. We do not discriminate. Yeah.
I know you don't discriminate. I was more curious about other people discriminating. If they.
We are legitimate business here. There is no bad.
Never said you were not.
Okay. There's no bad reputation for sitting here. It's just those that stay here longer than most end up to get a bad reputation. But it is not our fault that we supplied the best of the very best.
That's right.
Well,
when you're good at something, you're good at something.
Then you never do it for free.
Mm-hmm. Hence
Is
why.
that all, gentlemen?
Yeah. Well, he was having this conversation. I'm gonna be trying to figure out the hookah thing.
Okay.
After I'm done conversation, I fucking slap that bag away from fucking Rakell. Don't you fucking do that.
She said it was complimentary.
I don't.
I pick up the bag and put it in my pocket.
I fucking was just about to do that, you dick.
Beat you to it.
Do I see him do it?
Yeah, you just did it right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's dimly lit in here. Another, like, it is a
They're
range.
doing that.
Could come in handy. I don't really know what it is.
So does anyone happen to have 500 gold?
I do.
I go,
I do. But your IOU tab is going up through the roof.
Wait, you have 500 gold on you?
Yeah, I have more than that.
On you?
Yeah.
And jewelry, yeah.
And jewelry.
Yes,
Man, we shouldn't be saying that this loud in here.
You're the one who's yelling it.
Well, I'm not holding it.
I wonder how much my gourd would go for.
Don't sell
I
that,
start drinking
Rakell.
it.
That's a monk artifact.
So, can I identify what I just put in my pocket? Like,
Certainly, do a medicine check.
Oh, God.
Yes, one again. I have no idea.
11.
I put
11?
it in my butthole.
Obviously something to be smoked. It does look like the herbs that you've... no, it's actually going to be different. More of a whitish brown, I guess you'd say, kind of leaf to it. But it does look like it's flakes of the leaf. Looks like it's been dried.
But, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist
Ramiro.
to look around the place and everybody's smoking this.
Yeah, and it's 11, so you'd know that it's
Zombie.
Yeah.
And what it's been told is that this place is an opium field, or opium den.
Okay.
You do know smoking it would probably relieve pain and...
What are your worries?
yeah, just your worries of the day would disappear.
Well, that could come in handy if we ever have a boring campfire night or something. It was laced. Oh!
Bad trip.
You're just trying to pull something up, but for some reason it's not.
I'm not feeling anything.
Does anyone know where Sinstra? What is that? You know what that is?
I have no idea.
I feel like you're more traveled. Would I know what Sinstra is?
Roll a history check.
I don't even know if it's a place or a person.
It's a person.
10. History?
Yep.
9.
9? Doesn't really ring a bell or anything like that. No, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We should rob.
The way he's dressed and whatnot, it does look like his pockets would be fat, I guess you could say.
Well, establishments like this, you always follow the rule: don't start shit, won't be shit.
All right, sorry.
Where's this extra armed tattoo guy?
Interesting. That's a good way of life.
Fuck it. Okay, so after something's not where it should be, so I was like, I probably put it somewhere else, and I'm an idiot and can't remember where I put it.
2 dicks.
Trying to change it real quick.
Edit.
They can't know this. All right. So after
second
some
hand
time, as you guys are sitting there, you're not smoking any of the shit or nothing? No? You sure?
Yes.
Come on. Just kidding. After some time, you see this tan skin, brownish skin tiefling come back. And she's like, he is ready to meet you. And this tall, about 8 foot, 9 foot guy comes like lonking into the room, very pale skin to him. Skin's kind of tight, pulled in. The curtains that kind of hang for you guys, you can see these arms kind of pull and open it as these other two hands that are in front of him come walking in. Very tall, very lanky. He has pale skin with just colorful art all up the arms, except for the two arms that are opening up this. He has a pouch that is just a kind of leathersmith apron to it, with all these like little needles and just kind of devices, and then a whole bunch of these like vialed inks around his waist, and his eyes themselves are just white.
Can we recognize a race?
You could try.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Seen anything like that.
15 plus investigation.
16.
Pulling through maybe your studies as being your background to this. Sorry, the ears also come to a point.
Oh, that helps.
He looks to be 16. You said?
Yeah.
He'd be something referred to as a Shadowcar. They are a white elf.
What?
Very rare.
White
extreme. Even now, like elves are kind of rare in Caljourney at this time right now. To see one of these guys is very rare, but it looks like either something happened to him, either a spell of some sort, or his DNA or has been manipulated. Okay. Obviously, with 4 arms.
Yeah.
Not Shadowkai are just normal elves, just white skinned. Like very white, pale white hair, everything. This guy's bald, has tattoos kind of going up to his.
The extra arms is not normal.
Yeah, it's not part of Shadowcar, but the only thing like you can get from just his facial features is definitely like he is of some Fey ancestry, but the closest thing you could think of is a Shadowcar. Okay. But looks like something might have manipulated his person.
I present you Lord Rakell of the Black Fist Brewing & Co.
I bow. Pleasure to meet you.
He bows as well as like both hands go down, the other hand still holding the carpet. He bows to you. I hear that you are interested in getting some art done.
Ah, yes. I was given this ink, and I show him a little pouch with the needles, from a friend, and I was looking for an artist to fashion me up.
Shadowfell ink.
Yes.
This is very rare. You must have found it. The last known location would be the Open Palm Monastery, if I'm correct, especially with the gourd itself. I'm quite a fanatic of history. My art tells stories, and I like my art to tell as many stories as possible.
Well, I think I found my man.
That you have. If you have the coin, we can begin immediately.
Oh, perhaps we can work out something different than coin.
What do you have in mind?
Lord Rakell would like to know exactly what kind of magic you could imbue into this tattoo for him before
this man speaks for you.
Oh, yes. He's my messenger.
Advisor.
Yes.
He has supplied his ink. What would he like?
I'd like to tattoo my hand. And then I'm gonna take out my necklace, make it prominent.
Ah, interesting. The hand. Mm-hmm. The normal for you then.
Yes.
Excellent.
What do you want it to do, Lord?
You must be a new member since your hand has not yet been dipped.
Oh, I indeed am.
Oh, recruit. Usually there is a ceremony for this, but you and I can make sure this happens.
Yes.
You have the coin?
No, but I have this wonderful gourd that I have secured from the Open Palm Monastery. Would this interest you?
The ink used would be just enough to cover the palm. Without any more ink, this is worthless to me. If you want to just give me the ink,
I will pay you for that.
Oh, I won't be parting with the ink. Sorry, my friend.
That is all right.
Well.
So I take it our business is concluded then, and you will come back when you have the coin.
Just to be clear, I kind of whisper because I've been in the back.
Yeah, you guys are. This room is very. It's cozy. And you guys are all just on pillows, laid out, all chilling, little circular table. Just think of like any.
A chill den. It's a chill den. House,
it's an opium house.
Yeah. Okay, so what what exactly does the usual imbue on the user?
The usual what?
Well, when you said the dipping.
Depend. Oh, you're asking him now, or you're just asking me as a BM?
Damn. Yeah, I'm asking him.
Asking him.
The fog's getting to my head. I'm losing.
It does get hazy. Most of them is some type of enchantment or some type of elemental force. It depends on the recruit.
So the recruit gets to choose.
Not necessarily. Usually his higher up will choose for him. This is a very odd request of him coming in without any authority with him.
Oh, well, being a lord, I require no authority.
That is correct. I apologize for misspeaking.
Oh, no need to apologize. Well.
Sorry. Can we have a 1 minute to discuss some things?
Certainly, I need to go speak to some other clients. I will be back.
Thank you.
Materially.
Turns around, and then you can like just see the muscle to the back of him, like when his arms are all go down and all relax. It looks like the face of a dragon on the back of him.
Face nice.
As he walks away, and like you can see as the arms move, it looks like the eyes itself and the top shoulder blades like look aggressively towards you as he walks away.
Well, do they look magical, these tattoos? I would build some.
They look like tattoos.
One last question.
As he turns around.
Yes.
If I were to sell you the ink, what price point would you be willing to pay?
I could probably... I would buy it for you for about 700 gold pieces.
Oh, very well. Well, I must discuss with my advisor here. Please, I will see you shortly.
Okay.
Walks away, and you can like just see him like as he's talking to you, and he kind of stands back up erect. That's when you see him like at his 9 foot tall, and he walks across. And all the ceilings in here is arched, and there's decals along the ceilings as well.
What the fuck is going on?
After he's out of earshot, like that was chilling.
What are you doing?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't realize this ink was so expensive.
Yeah, but what do you want a black fist for?
Oh.
When the tiefling behind the counter looked at it, you can sense that she did some type of magic to it. The ink itself and the needle is enchanted, and they both work in conjoint with each other.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
so to get the tattoo without, obviously, is 1,200. So
someone did the math.
Yeah. So I mean, you're getting a bit of a deal if you have the money. It depends on what the enchantment power level. We didn't ask how much of any sort of effect it does.
Again, back to
always
the question.
best to surprise.
What are you joining the shadow freaking dudes now?
Oh, well, we're going to be the Black Fist Ale Co.
Yeah, what? Just get a freaking black barrel on your arm or something.
Well, that doesn't make sense for Black Fist.
We'll get a little fist inside the barrel.
Well,
we don't have 500 gold anyway.
That's
so
literally
we must be on our way.
That's literally the calling card of the shadow dudes.
Yes. Oh, I'm well aware.
Then why do you want to do it?
Oh. Well,
to be the best, you got to beat the best.
This is never a thing. Why is it all of a sudden a thing? Why am I the only one?
It's like a Seinfeld episode. All of a sudden,
this wasn't a thing. Explain yourself.
Well, we're being followed by people looking for the Black Fist. I'm curious, and it seems like they must be. They're well known around, and if there's any way to infiltrate places that we need information,
I really want him to do this because I want to see how this plays out.
Let me get this straight, Rakell. You just like woke up in the morning and you're like, I want to get my fist black. Let's do it.
No. Well, meeting the member of the person trying to find Black Fist, a member of the Shadow Assassin clan. Yes, it's kind of piqued my interest.
But I thought you were like your buddy at the monastery was going to train you.
Lyric, yes.
Not Lyric, that's your buddy that's like
Master Redfin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still mastering my ways of the drunken monk. A tattoo is simply just a tattoo. It's the most beneficial. I was always told the fist is always the most beneficial place for a magical tattoo.
Then just get like your knuckles black, not your whole hand. You're making the calling card of the black. I won't support this anyways. You have to come up with the gold on your own.
To give you inside information, not metagaming here, you know that the ink is usually designed for some type of in the monastery.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you get. I'm just letting you know for what we discussed earlier. If you do get the kind of animal symbol or something, it will grant you that kind of enchantment.
Yeah.
Now, if you go for this black fist tattoo, you're unsure of the enchantment.
It's probably like spews pus from your knuckles.
So you've come across one member who's had his hand black, and you guys never really asked who he worked for. Well, you know who he works for.
Yeah, we know.
That guy
No
was a
harm.
jerk.
Yeah.
No
But
harm.
you never knew what the tattoo itself symbolized or anything. So
Well, it
Just
didn't
putting her out
I
there.
had an idea. What?
Didn't
Of course you
symbolize
did.
he was a good fighter because we took him out. Just
No,
saying.
he never
Did
tried
you?
to fight
Am I
us.
the
you?
only one that really wants to see what happens if he tattoos his fist black with magical ink?
No, I really want to see
Right?
as well.
Graff, I believe the chances are slowly decreasing. Something might not happen there. Something good might not happen.
Like I said, you guys
get
are
to
on
it
your
in a
own if
second.
you want to do this.
Oh, I don't have enough
I
money.
won't.
Oh,
I
want
won't.
money.
I won't support this.
So after moments of discussing and stuff, you see this tall, lanky, four-armed individual start walking his way back towards you guys. Have you guys made up your mind of what you're doing?
Unfortunately, I don't leave my estate carrying that much coin on me, so I might have to return at a future date too.
That is a good idea. You never know who is watching,
Yes.
especially being a new member.
At that, I look around again.
Yeah.
Do a perception check.
So do I.
Certainly.
21.
Not so great.
That's good. It looks like actually when he was doing this rounds talking, he did stop and talk to Sinstraw. There was another booth that he stopped at just before coming back to you guys. It looks like there was about 4 individuals over there, all men, had got up and they have left. Walking there, dressed very similar to the guys you seen the night previous.
Yeah. After he says that, I just look flatly at these guys. I think it's time to go.
It must be best. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm sure I will see you again soon.
I certainly hope so.
Just out of curiosity, is there a back exit to your establishment?
There is
Or a side.
some trouble looking.
No,
your
Lord
way.
Rakell just doesn't like friends.
He doesn't like using the same door twice.
It's a lordly twitch. It's a thing.
Superstitious.
Quite.
Yes, I will get Milvia to show you the way out of here.
Thank you very much. And I'll give him another bow.
Gives another bow to as well, and then turns around, starts going back in behind some doors. As he opens up, you can see that he actually goes down into stairs. That goes downstairs.
He doesn't talk to anybody else other than...
No, just talk to you guys, and he heads back down. And then shortly after, the servant from behind who you met at the front has come back to you guys. I believe you will reschedule.
Yes,
Excellent. And you would like a other door to leave through.
if you could.
I can. Follow me. She takes you to the same doors that this lanky guy went through. Walks you down the stairs. Down the stairs, it does get to more of a red stone area. All the bricks themselves, still there is torches going with some type of spell must be enchanted on the lights to give it off a very reddish glow with no lantern covers over top of it. Down this hallway, it is a very smoky again. The smell is a little bit stronger in here. There's archways in the stones, as well as you walk by several different rooms after this. In most rooms, people are laid out, and you can see other artisans inking. It just seems that this gentleman, who you got introduced, is the best that they have. You can hear some screams in the room as, like, you can see people get needled going, ah, ah, ah! And you can see, like, a pipe being brought to them as they smoke and calm down. She walks you through, unlocks...
Just like Ink Master.
Unlocks a couple of deadbolts and then kind of opens the door, and then it kind of leads into another tunnel and looks like it leads out to storm doors on the other side of the building.
Well, thank you very much for the accommodations.
You're welcome. It is always a pleasure to deal with nobility.
Well, thank
They're
you.
well behaved.
And we'll be on our way.
I give her a gold coin.
Thank you. You will be remembered and always treated with the best when you come here.
Wow.
Unless you'd like to be forgotten since you're leaving out of an exit that not many people like to use.
If you have a guest book, it would be nice if we weren't on it.
Lord Rakell shall be stricken from the parchment.
I appreciate that.
Just leave Black Fist.
No,
That is not a name I would put down on paper.
I just chuckle. I know, I was just joking.
This is like, no.
And noticing the pendant around your neck, to say such a name, you should know better. Being part of the clan of Black Fists, the followers, the devoted, do not speak that name lightly.
Oh. Trust me, as the Lord of Nobility, I get away with much more than your normal initiate.
Literally the Lord of Nobility.
Yeah.
She glances for a second. Thanks. Well, you cannot be all rocks, since you are smart enough to escape the 4 men who are probably waiting for you at the front.
No.
We should go fuck them up.
Yeah, maybe
Circle
if I wear
around?
gold.
Well, we'll go up on top of the roof and just all fucking transform and just knock them.
Please do not talk about physical assaulting in the streets in front of our establishment.
They
There
were
are
going to
guards
assault
around.
us.
Yes, but they have some weight with the city guards.
Who are they? Anyways,
They are the devoted of Black Fists.
they would attack their own kind?
I have a feeling, and been told,
Did you realize that I'm like not using the accent at all now?
yes.
Okay.
You get the sense talking to this girl, she's experienced. She
Nah,
knows how
I
to
figured
talk to
as
people.
much,
She
yeah.
is very charismatic in the way she can just calm you down just by talking to you. But she mentions and goes into a little bit of detail about who these guys are, and they are noticed by the hand of the Black Fist. And wearing a pendant, she's under the assumption that that might not belong to you.
Why are you helping us so much? I'm just curious.
You paid.
Good to know.
In Midtown, Hilltop, and High Rock, gold speaks.
Good to know.
So, like every other city. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Not a problem.
We'll be
Get
on
out of
our
your
way.
hair.
And I cannot promise you if somebody pays me more, I will not divulge information that I have seen you.
Rightfully so. That's only fair. Until next
Have
time.
a pleasant evening, gentlemen.
Mistress.
Shuts the door. You guys are kind of in a small little hallway that leads out to the storm
Alright,
doors.
Rakell. Gigs up. I'm not your fucking advisor anymore. You dig yourself your own fucking
Just as a
graves.
point of interest, your disguise involved putting on an accent and calling him by his actual name the entire time.
I never said it was genius.
Okay, I just putting that out there.
So you guys
It took me
enter
this
into the
long to
streets,
figure it out.
Wearing your new acquired clothing, it does give you a little bit of
It
warmth
wasn't
in
well
this
structured.
cold, chilly summer night.
It was funny.
Graff, during this time, is there anything that you would have been liking to do?
On
Yes.
my way back to the gutters, I
Yeah.
know there's. I'm making this up, but there's a place in.
Don't tell me you're making this up. It's Kaine, bro.
Just warning you that this isn't something you already know.
I will play it like I know it.
Perfect. There's this place in Midtown.
No, there isn't. Of course, sorry. Having fun.
Back to
All right,
that.
there is a place in Midtown that.
That I never really got to go into. I know Charles actually went in there for me a few times. It's called the Paper Mite.
Okay.
It's it's open really late. It's kind of a bookstore. I have documents and other information and stuff in it. I'd like to go there.
Okay. Certainly. And that was in Midtown?
Yeah. It's somewhere I didn't really get to go that often.
And it was Paper Mite?
The Paper Mite.
The Paper Mite.
Because it's just filled with paper mites. It's an old rundown place. But
Perfect.
The name is literal.
they're all messing around.
Rakell's gonna fucking kill us.
All right.
You're the one going around.
So-
in black.
You take a
should
few
give me
minutes and
money.
you kind of remember exactly whereabouts it is, and there it is. You see this very plain-looking 4-story building.
Yeah, go there.
On the front of it, it is just kind of a book that is open, and in both little corners, there's like these little tiny, little insectoids looking there, and it says the Paper Mite in there. There is a lantern on the outside. And as you go there, it does seem to be open, as there are some people working away inside of it.
I'd go in and go up to, if there's a shopkeeper there.
Mm-hmm. You would find Virago. Virago has a long beard, kind of pulled down into a beautiful kind of Windsor knot, almost at the very bottom. Has this red cap that's slightly adjusted to the side, this large gold medallion that hangs in front of him, and the medallion itself looks like a circular green emerald in it with his book that is open behind it. And it looks kind of heavy for it, but he's wearing some type of bling. Scrolls are all about this desk that are in front of him, and the desk itself looks like it's blocked into a box of just bookshelves behind him. All along the walls are tomes of all different sorts of colored spines, and just a wizard's erotica here, I guess you'd say, or any person who's looking for knowledge is definitely in here. He sees you enter, and there is also small little flying little creatures. You know them as sprites, but you can see them with like little bags around their waist, still flying quite predominantly, but you see like 4 of them get together, grab a book, bring it, lay it down for Vargo. As he sits there, some other gnomes kind of running around. There looks to be 2 gray-skinned gnomes working in a corner with these large tomes in front of them. As they're working, it looks like they're burning the midnight oil. It looks like, at a quick glance with your 19 observant, you kind of glance back and it seems to be some type of law books or something that they're working on. Told you I'm going to put it in there.
Bunch of gnomish lawyers burning the midnight oil.
Yes! Welcome to the paper might, where our paper is your might.
That's good. I like that.
Of course, it's been our motto for many years now.
I wonder if you guys are looking for histories and any...
Oh, we have histories and more histories and history on history.
But,
A history cake, as they say.
I'm hoping that maybe you have something that not many people have access to, and I'm gonna slide over 2 gold across the counter.
Well, hopefully I do. Like before, for an old guy, coin's just gone. Like it's sick.
I'm looking for some information on these loot hunters known as the Atlas program.
Ooh, interesting. You are in luck.
Yeah.
I know of them.
Specifically in their works in the Finger Ridge.
Oh, the Finger Ridge. Excellent. That is a... excellent. Just a moment. Takes a little look. Blows on this tiny little whistle. Like it's very golden, a lot of gems, all thing, and very tiny. And then you just see like almost like these 5 insects all fly into him. And out of nowhere, this guy speaks at a very fast rate, very high pitched, very squealed, and you can't make it out. It's like, really quick, we'll find me the Abyss program. It's on the bookshelf on 7 of the thing. Go to the basement. When they all go off, it will be a moment when they'll bring it. Please take a desk over there, and your reading materials will be brought to you. Would you like some tea or anything to make your knowledge seeking more enjoyable?
Yeah, sure, I'll have tea.
Excellent. I do have some tea. I have the purple worm tea. A scary name, but very relaxing.
Sure.
Ain't no opium.
Gets it. Takes you a few moments. There is a nice cup brought to you, flown over, sat down. Very purplish color to it. You can like look at it, very reflective. It's very tastes really good, really well done. And lo and behold, a book gets put in front of you. Doing the reading yourself. Just roll an investigation check. I just want to see how well you...
Ooh, that's not... 10.
10. It's good enough. There looks like to be someone has written in their own little notes in certain paragraphs. Certain things say like this is not correct. This is, and it's like recorrecting the story. Some parts look a little faded, but looking at it, and reading this, just pulling it up here. The finger reach, after studying it, it doesn't say exactly where, but it gives kind of clues to the roundabout location of where this fortress is. These guys, the team itself is made up of a white dragonborn by the name of Freezing Death.
Whoa.
A gnome ranger.
I'll get this for you after I see yours.
Okay, sorry, yeah, we'll just watch it again. Yeah, the joys of rewatching. A gnome ranger called Malgus, and a tiefling warlock. It's saying their classes and what they're going for. The tiefling warlock is Adamus Creed. Adamus Creed also has 2 hellhound pets that she travels with.
Oh, it's a she.
Yes, it is a tree. A tree?
Ooh,
She's a tree.
she's a lady.
She's a lady.
Oh, she's a lady.
And it is noted that it does say like these really cool names. You can just make it out, but it's all scratched out of what the hellhounds' names were, and it's literally just saying "damn" and "straight."
Dogs are damn and straight.
And it also says that Malgus has a companion that is a magical chicken that can go to the normal size of a chicken, but when released out of its cage, it becomes a large-sized chicken, a giant chicken.
Why are we hanging with these people?
They have been known to travel even to the far reaches of Faerun. They've done adventuring in the land of Chult, a long-forgotten jungle, and have done... they're the ones who actually were able to protect the Ring of Neverwinter. Or Neverwinter? No. I'm saying the wrong thing.
Where did you say it's canon now?
Everwinter. That's what I meant to say. It's canon. My world's canon. And they have... it even says that they were... Before Calgernia got named Calgernia, Calgernia was actually once known before the Skyfires Wars as a place called Calgeria. They had done quite crazy deeds while they were there. They had formed an alliance with a dwarven lich, as well as a half-orc warrior, who actually saved the elven god or elven deity called Saint Nicholas, the giver of gifts. But through reading all this, it just sounds like they've done a lot of crazy, not necessarily good deeds, but have done deeds in order to acquire large artifacts and equipment.
Is
Now,
there anything like recent or anything about the artifact they were looking for?
as you're reading this book, it does. You get to this point where it's kind of like, and the last known thing is they went searching for an artifact. And the ink to this book seems very old. It's been there for some time. And magically, in front of you, new text starts to appear. As if like it was written there and is just coming to light. No one around you looks to be doing anything. Vargo is off doing his own thing.
What the fuck?
And it says that they were seeking out an artifact that would recharge places of power.
What could that be?
They have...
Hold on.
your backpack's like... No, it wouldn't.
Four
That
people
type of
kick
magic.
down the door.
Yep. What's going on?
Where's Blackfist?
They were looking for something that would be able to recharge this place of power before they went missing. And now as you're reading this, all of a sudden this new text appears and it says that they were met by something called a world builder. And they were granted the gifts of plane walking.
Oh, damn.
They have destroyed the Game Master Lich known as Vigo. And upon doing so,
Vigo
may have... I'm the Lord of Vigo! Or shit. Spoiler alert.
Canon.
It's canon, but you guys haven't met him yet. Or not going to meet him now. Anyways, it seems that this world builder instructed them to take out this lich because the lich itself was a phylactery to another lich.
Whoa.
And then it just kind of ends there. And it says, or no, it wouldn't end there. It says the tale is still being told, but they have not been found in... Okay, here's where it kind of conflicts, because it says that they haven't been seen in over 1,000 years since the Skyfire Wars and the previous thing you're in. But as you're reading this, there are little hints in it, and with you being kind of a tinker and being a little smarty pants, you recognize that this new text would conflict with it. It's almost as if This planeswalking ability and plane has made it been able that they can shift in time. And this seems recent now. But, and then it does also say that they have not been seen at their fortress, where they hold the vault of amazing items and artifacts, such as the... Well, you know what? Just to be fun, I'm going to send you what's in the vault.
Oh,
they don't need to hear it.
Dirty mother.
You don't need to share it. They got to go out to a whole bar by
there.
themselves.
I know.
So you do get all this information, and it does narrow down your search in the finger reach. Like if you're confident that if you were at the finger reach, you'd be able to see these landmarks, and you'd be able to deduct where the thing is. It does say that the vault itself, like you were inquiring of why you want to find this place, hides magical items and cannot be located. Yes. There are multiple defenses to this place. And there's also rumors of a hidden vault in this place that may hold even more powerful items. Or a powerful creature.
Or a new friend.
So as you're reading this, it's like, yeah, and it just gives a kind of a little layout of the centuries that are in this place and all this other good stuff. So
This is actually our main mission, but
too many fucking side quests.
Jane, make sure you're taking a good.
you see her kind of just 80s, like photocopying.
is it loud like that?
Takes some time, but she'll be able to copy the text. And she even explains like that text showing up is an anomaly. Like that's something has changed the fabric of time.
Oh.
Something right then as you read that book changed.
Never ending.
We had to go to a fucking opium den?
We're going into the Calvin verse.
Yeah.
Cal Journey, bro.
And as soon as I'd have the information, Jane, I would close the book and go back to Virgo. And
Yeah. Did you find what you're looking for?
yes, thank you. This has been very
Excellent. I like to be helpful.
helpful. Actually, I have one more question for you. You ever heard of someone named Hoot Magic Fist?
Hoot Magic Fist.
Hoots.
Hoots.
I have to roll next. I need to remember who Hoot's Magic Fist. The name does not ring a bell at this moment.
No.
Oh.
Do you know anywhere around here where I'd find people that would work for the Doctors of the Arcane?
Ah, the Secret Society. Apparently you need to be an invitation to find out where they are. They are based here, but no one knows exactly where they are. Some say it's a clue in the street signs. At certain times of the night, when the light glows a green, you can find it.
Thank you. This has been very helpful, and I'm going to give him one more gold fist.
Holy, it's going to be a good night tonight. I'm going to go to Chimera's and have a good time.
Yeah, we are throwing out gold like nobody's business.
Which is good. Or bad.
Wow.
Said it's all about reputation points here. So yeah, you sit there and yeah, there's just the two gnomes, and it doesn't look like this place is very frequent. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that, but it does. Looking around, you can tell that here they deal in spell scrolls and other stuff, and you knowing about this area would be.
And I'd appreciate if you had never mentioned that I was here. If anyone asked for.
With the price you've paid me, I will eat for 3 months. This is excellent. I will keep it quiet. I understand.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. But might I get your name?
That's G.
G? Excellent. Good, good. This is...
Zukk could probably, yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, sir, but I look at you and I can sense you are not... You have a different heritage than just human. Am I correct in saying so?
I really have no idea where I came from.
Interesting. Do you have fond memories of your childhood?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry, but...
I actually grew up in the gutters.
Oh, a local. Interesting. Haven't quite seen you. There is an odd aura to you.
I kept to myself a lot of the times.
That is good. If you are inclined, I know I said I wouldn't tell people that you're here, but if you are inclined, I think you should actually go see a friend of mine.
Okay.
He would be very... He's good at this, and he's kind of helped me train my eye on this. But you're looking for Paolo Marino.
Kill those poor guys. I agree.
Where would I find this fellow?
Ah, he is actually located somewhere in the gutters. More or less on the south side. He may have moved just into the beginnings of the swamp, have taken over his areas. He didn't move out like the rest of them, but a small little group of them stayed there. He'd be interested in eyeing you. Don't mind my phrase, but that's what he likes to say. He is very interested in the creatures of exoticness.
I've never really thought about figuring that out, but now that you mention it, maybe I'll go see him.
Mm-hmm. He knows of a few biomancers in the area that have dabbled in the changing of DNA or the human structure, and I believe there is an ore to you, sir. But I'm sorry if I overstepped my bounds, and hope you found everything you'd like. And
Well, it was very enlightening, actually.
I hope you tell your friends about the paper mite, and I will not tell any of my friends about you.
You got it.
Thanks for coming into my store. Say, how was your childhood? Oh, it must have been a hell of an aura.
Yeah, I guess so.
This guy, well, you just have to go to the paper mite and talk to Virgo or Virgo.
No, I got a -1 intelligence. I don't read.
This is a gift for finding things
Yeah,
out.
someone else comes in. How was your childhood?
Anything else you'd like to do, Graff,
Wait
since
a
I spent
minute.
so much time with
Just
that?
heading back to the gutters.
Heading back then. Roll an investigation check, because I'm sure you're still checking the building tops and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm still on
Oh.
17.
17. Still eerie, but no signs of who you're looking for. Sneak, yeah.
On my way.
All right, you'll be on your way. Nothing else, everything else. You see Val, she's actually she'd be out. It's late now. You guys have been fucking around late. Paper Mite's usually always open because there's wizards are open or knowledge seekers are up all hours of the night. We'll say you guys all around it. I hate to ask. Is there anything else you guys want to do on your way back from the Chimera Inkwell?
Go back quietly.
Yes.
Every time Rakell speaks up,
Yeah.
let's go. So you guys
We don't
all.
want to investigate these guys waiting for us?
You
I'm
guys-
pretty sure we know who they are and what they want to do to us. So
That's why I was like, I hate to ask because it's like shit. I told them.
No.
All right, so you guys make it back to the known square as Tamara's Square. You find Zukk's old family shop. You guys meet up, have a restful night, and we'll have a break right there, and we'll come back in 15 minutes and continue this story. Thank you all for watching. Come on back.
You're back.
Welcome back. Hope your drinks are filled and your plates are filled and your bellies are about to be filled. And your mind filled with this luscious epic story that will unfold over 1,000 episodes. Just kidding. All right, welcome back. All right, we are back in the city of Rothschild with the Sheath. You guys have spent the night in the gutters. Uneventful. Nothing's really happened down in the streets. What would you guys like to do? It is the morning. A bit overcast still. There is still a bit of mist in the gutters from all the rain that's happened and cooled off all the ground. But yes.
I'm gonna scooch back to the opium den.
Okay,
On the
cool.
sly.
We'll do that really quick on the
Hold on,
sly.
hold on.
Okay, are you going with him?
Graff, would you happen to have 500 gold?
I just laughed.
500 gold.
Yes. We went to that Chimera inkwell, and to get my tattoo, I need 500 gold.
I know.
Kaine said he'd pay, but he said the only condition is I can't get a tattoo on my fist to make me look like Black Fist of the Black Fist Brewing Co.
I'll check. I don't have anything, but Zukk left some stuff here. I'll see what he's got. I'm digging through this bag.
Zukk coming through again. Who would have thought?
There's this and some silver ignats. Those are mine. There's gems here. I don't know how much they're worth, but
I'll take.
which one do you want? There's a moonstone here, and this is a jasper, and a topaz.
Well, I'm sure the topaz is probably actually. Would I even know? What do I know about gems?
History check. Or investigation.
It doesn't matter. 13.
13. They look shiny. Some of them look more expensive than the other ones.
Yeah. Well, whatever I don't use, I guess I'll bring back.
Oh, okay.
Haha.
I'm gonna keep that moonstone though.
Okay.
Thanks.
What's a moonstone?
I don't know, but it's this.
What's it look like? Is it shiny?
The moonstone, yeah, it's very shiny. The moonstone, I believe.
This is gonna be the world's
They're
most
worth-
expensive
They're
tattoo.
worth 50 gold. And Jasper's 50 gold.
There's a translucent white with a pale blue glow to it.
Is that
That is
ever
what the
shiny?
moonstone
Yeah,
looks like.
that's why I'm keeping it.
But you gave him the
I did.
topaz one, the transparent
Yeah, the-
gold yellow
The
one?
topaz and the jasper is
Oh, shit.
We're buying
So,
all the
in
real-
total, then, the jasper is
10
50,
pounds.
yeah. There's opaque, I believe it was the opaque blue, or black to it. So, yeah, you have 550 in your disposal right now.
Well, thank you, Graff.
Christ.
just remember where that came from.
Of course. Kaine, I promise I won't get a tattoo on my fist. I was caught up in the moment.
All right. So Val's also there. She's kind of doing the rounds, making sure the kids are off to doing their business. Some of them are just going to grab supplies. Others are kind of rummaging and maybe heading into the sewers to
I'm
go
lying to
to
Kaine.
do some thieving.
I don't
maybe
care
to
if you get a
survive.
unicorn on your cock. That's not why I'm going back there.
Do you think he'd do that?
Well, he's got 4 arms, so he can hold the shaft and the balls and then start tattooing.
That hurts so bad.
I heard you call.
Might need some opium for that one.
Pass the opium.
Okay. So, you're going back to the den, or the inkwell.
Yep.
Who's all going? Just you two. Okay. Kaine and Graff, what will you guys be doing?
Val, do you need me help with anything before we, set off this morning? Ramiro and Rakell are just doing something real quick.
I got pretty much jobs for everybody right now. Guys can sit and relax, or if you'd want, there are 2 guardsmen that kind of come by and try to muscle their way with some of the kids. If you'd like to maybe persuade them not to interfere, but that could lead to more trouble. I know you want to lay low, so.
I look at Kaine. Are you there?
Do you have somewhere private I could be for a few hours?
Oh yes, there's a couple of abandoned buildings across the street, and
Thank you. Can I head over there?
all right. So that's Graff's like anything else?
Well, I'll go talk to the guards then.
Okay.
I'll meet up
Alright.
with you in a bit.
All right. We'll start with Graff here, and okay, so you kind of walk around the streets, and she kind of tells you where they patrol a bit, and lo and behold, after a few minutes or so, you do stumble upon these 2 guards that have these kind of helmets on with the little nose guard to them, wearing these kind of greenish and greenish shirts underneath with this padded kind of leather yellowish to them. They both seem to have kind of hand axes on each side. And you can see them kind of pushing around to the kids in the streets. There's a blonde young boy child, and then there's this girl, a brunette child, and you can see that they may have just been kind of caught, and you hear these guys, "You got to pay your toll before you go back into your little holes, little children." "Oh, sorry. Fine. You can see them start paying up. And
Walking out non-threatening. Like, is there a problem here?
oh, no problem here. Just getting a payment we need for passage.
From small children.
Of course, don't let your eyes deceive you. These are little no-good troublemakers. They got sticky fingers getting into places that shouldn't be.
And why is that? How come they need to go and steal money and stuff around here? What are you doing to help them? Aren't you supposed to be helping the people around here? Not taking from them?
Whoa. What, you some political figure here? What's your name? You got papers to be here?
I roll up behind the guard.
You are off in your own little area. You said you took off left, and he just left to come out. You can hear that the little kid, the blonde-haired kid, kind of pipes up a bit. He doesn't need papers to be here. It's the gutters.
Oh, I thought he was going to say my name.
No, he just said the gutters. Looks at him, sees your hand kind of go up, and looks at him. So, what, you the big man? You're the child protectors of these ones? Are these your kids? Maybe you should have them on some leashes.
How much do they owe you?
Oh, they just need to pay the monthly tax there. We only need about 2 gold pieces, and that will keep us away. Of course, it's for the month. We know they get into trouble, and we hear some reports about them, and we just like to get our fair share.
How about you make this just go away, and I won't have to do something I don't want to do?
What, you're threatening the gods? The rot god? Ha!
These guys sound like huge dicks.
What are they making fun of them for?
With the helmets on, you can't see them, but they do look like they are probably lower-end infantry, military, well, town guards. With the way their uniforms are kept, doesn't look like they really give 2 shits about what they do.
And just my helmet's just gonna like kind of slide down, and my hand's just gonna start sparking up. And is that? Are you sure about that? And I'm just.
I'd like you to roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation. 13.
13.
Oh no, 15. Sorry. What's
And the light glow of the sunset, just how the gutters are, is naturally kind of dark with the shadowies of the broken buildings and whatnot. The glove kind of glows a little bit more than you're anticipating. Helmet goes down. Hey, whoa, wait, hey, oh, wait, hey. And you see his buddy grab him by the arm. No trouble here. You know what? Maybe this month we'll let it slide a bit. It is the summer, and maybe next month we'll be back, and maybe it'll be less. Who knows? Maybe they'll. If we don't collect from them, maybe they'll be better off, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that. I'm just...
I'm going to remember you.
You know what? I got one of those faces. You can just forget about it. Don't worry about me. We'll go. All right, Clarence, let's get the fuck out of here.
I just stand there and watch them go.
Well, and the kids are kind of like...
Stop it.
Okay.
Go back to your home.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Next time, don't get caught.
Yeah, for sure. See, told you, just don't get caught. Hear them run off, and you hear clink, 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 little coin purses kind of jiggling as they walk away. But yes, you've now just diverted some more gold to the base.
Then I'm just gonna walk around.
Yeah, that was an excellent roll. They rolled well. They just looked very intimidated by you. That's the point. Kaine, what would you like to be doing in your peaceful area?
When I get to there, I'm going to pull out one of the avian parchments.
Okay.
And my quill. I'm just going to say, all is well.
Okay.
And then sign RX.
RX,
And
okay.
then I'm going to speak, go now.
As you do, the paper kind of floats off and just folds into a little bird. Flies off. Perfect.
Then I'm
Val
going
shoots a gun off.
I'm going to just take my pack and set it on the ground and kind of sit down and not meditate, because that seems weird. But just close my eyes.
Not meditate, I ain't no hippie.
And
A couple books in. What?
pray to Syndramar.
Cinnamon? Okay.
And just powerful one, aid me on this adventure into the swamps.
Okay.
Ready me for this hunt.
Just for shits and giggles, I want you to roll a percentile dice for me.
89.
Cool. You don't really get a sense like you had more of a intimate feeling when you were in Aslan. Very strong here, but here in the city there, you feel good about yourself.
I'm just going to stay there in thought for like 30
Yeah, you're like
minutes
within the square, so you can see if people start coming in. Like there's the building you're in has boarded up windows and whatnot, but you can still see the cracks of the wood, and you can keep an eye on the square if anything happens.
I'm just going to stay quiet for about 30 minutes and in kind of prayer, and then
Okay, sounds good.
I'll get up and find Graff.
All right. So for our town patrollers here, I will say, because it is early morning, as you guys head closer to the outskirts of Midtown, you would hear the town crier being like, "Hooray, hooray, hooray! Wah! Rock God looking for some freelancers to help with a certain situation. Yeah. Some harvesters are needed to go to the swamps to get some fruit. Oh boy, yeah. The Sinstraw family is holding a party tonight, and not all are welcome unless you got the gold. Oh, hey. Sea walkers are looking for some brave adventurers to go out and retrieve one of the vessels that was lost. Oh, someone's getting fired. Oh, yeah. Hooray. The town crier of Rothschild is looking for a new town crier. Hey, whoa. Hey, that sucks. You kind of pass by him, just saying those kind of information.
I walk up just to see if does he have pamphlets for each of these?
Yeah, he's just kind of reading out this scroll thing, and he has like some parchments on him. He has big sideburns going down, receding hairline, kind of this almost leather garment to him, armorness, but not really armor, just more of
just covering the flub.
Big pudge to this guy, and
the thing about
red nose too, just really red. Looks like he likes to enjoy the booze.
Say the thing about the fruit, swamp fruit.
Ah, yeah, you want some swamp fruit? No, sorry, we want some swamp fruit. Yeah. Here you go. Gives you kind of a pamphlet, and as you unfold it, there's a drawing of this sort of pear-looking thing with like almost scales coming out of it.
Right.
And it's 25 silver for every pear you can bring back.
Cool. I just put that in my pocket and keep going. We're going there anyway.
Well, we're there.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And pass it. And he's like, yeah, thank you very much. Hey. And then you go past him, and as you guys get closer back to the establishment where you're at, there is kind of a little bit of activity going on, as there is a little crowd gathered around watching these three individuals. There is a small gnome with this red cap kind of going around with a dangling kind of almost like a bomber hat. He's kind of cheering on as this other guy is kind of in this red jester suit, and you can see him like eating fire and blowing it out as this other one's juggling these like meat cleaver machetes.
I thought the circus wasn't supposed to be here for 10 days.
Well, it sounds like some of the circus has made it here.
Okay.
As you can see them, their garments, as you associate them with them, and you can hear them kind of giving a speech about, "There is no dawn like the red dawn," and it's the little gnome guy sitting up on a crate. "The Circus of the Red Dawn will entertain all as it arrives. Exotic creatures from lands forgotten. Exquisite entertainers that puts the entertainer gallery to shame. Tickets will all be available to all. Let the town bring forth the joy that we will bring as the dawn will glow red of entertainment." Yes.
I can sense that Rakell would get kind of interested in this, so I just grab him. Remember the tattoo. Forget the fucking gypsies.
As you grow him, you see the fire to like spin the one thing as a machete comes in the other hand. He cuts the thing in half.
I'm just like bodily like moving him
And
away
he
from
like
the crowd.
swallows the fire, blows it out.
Just pure amazement on my face.
Oh yeah, these guys look like they are entertaining. Like they rolled quite high on that roll.
Do you think I could do that?
Maybe one day. Come on.
And
Tattoo today.
and as you kind of walk away, it's like, "The city of Aberth was a false hope. This city of Rothschild will bring forth the best of the entertainment."
I kind of make note of that. And like, creepy.
All right. You make it back into the establishment of the Chimera Inkwell.
Last part was a little extreme, don't you think?
Yeah, especially that part about Aberth.
Yeah.
Really hard. It's really hard. I mean, it's not hard to do better than Aberth right now.
No, but it's a little dubious that they you know, had talking shit about it, and then the town blows up. Now they're somewhere else.
Fucking propaganda. We should infiltrate the circus.
Well, I don't know about
Side
you. I look
Kaine.
accepted.
I look terrible in tights.
Tick tick. Your time is running out.
All right.
All
we
right,
gotta
so you
get-
make it in there.
Act as the wolf.
Lo and behold, the same
Master wrestler.
Milvia is still working.
That was her name? I forgot the first time.
Milvia.
Milvia.
Yeah.
Milvia.
Milvia, pleasure to see you again. Thank you for a bow.
You are back.
Oh, yes.
The noble lord, the lord of the nobles, has returned.
Yeah.
Have
That
you
is
changed your mind? Have you acquired your funds?
Oh, and I take out the topaz. Will this suffice?
That will definitely suffice. We actually prefer to be paid in gems here.
Oh, well.
And the same thing about the guest list today as the last time.
What was that about the guest list last time?
That we're not on it.
Believe there was something in the way of a compromise with that happening.
Yeah, the topaz.
That will
cover
pay for the art. That will not pay for the silence.
I'm going to try to haggle a little bit with her on this.
Do it, please do.
Would that be
Persuasion.
persuasion? 9.
Fine. She seems unfazed.
9.
Just pull the gold out.
Pulls it away. Your names will not be on the list.
And my friend here was hoping to secure some of this delicious sample we had.
Opium.
Yes,
I want
sir.
opium.
Oh,
That can be acquired. I must warn you, though, if you are caught outside this establishment with it, there is a hefty fine and maybe a night or two in the clink.
It's okay. I'm holding it for a friend.
how much would a pound cost?
About 15 gold.
I try to haggle down to 13.
Oh, I like this foreplay. Please try.
16.
16. You see her eyes kind of either not frustration or just boredom or entertainment, almost about to slide. And she's like, I'm sorry, I cannot negotiate on this price.
Oh, can't blame a guy for trying. I hand over 15 gold.
Ramiro,
Do not
what
take
if we
this
trade
all
the
in-
jasper I have for just a bunch of opium.
I'd say
I would recommend not doing this all in one sitting. It is very powerful hallucinogen to the mind as well as the body.
Good to know. Can you wrap it so that it contains all the scent inside of it?
That can be done.
Nice.
She summons over someone without even speaking. Just kind of something happens, and next thing you know, a few more minutes later, there is this bound with twine kind of thing, leaf all folded over it, and it a little hefty, but it's all there. And are you going to get this art done today?
Ah, yes.
I have a pound of opium.
I thought you only wanted half a pound.
Wait, was it? No, it was 15 for the pound. It was 7 for
7 for
Did
that.
you only get half? Oh, I got a
Got a
pound.
pound. Got a pound of fucking
I have a
opium now.
pound of opium.
Pound of opium, some explosives. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
That's what they.
Do you know where to get a bag of holding?
That could be acquired.
Zukk.
Oh, okay.
Not in this
No, you have to
establishment,
beg.
but up in
No.
the Hilltown district, you should be
Zuck is
able
a bit
to
cold and
acquire
big difference.
some magical items. I know there are restrictions
Sorry,
with the new implements of the Hydra
Yeah.
Merchant Guild. Some magical items have to go through a certain process before it can be purchased.
Okay. You have an idea what a bag of holding would go for?
With how much you have taken time to find this precious gemstone for just a piece of body art, I don't think it'd be in your price range. But you're looking at somewhere about 5,000 gold pieces, I believe.
Okie doke.
I could be mistaken. I do not deal in that stuff. Deal in those magical items.
Are you assuming my wealth?
Daddy!
I
Daddy,
might be
can you
after
send
our
me money?
conversation that we've had the night prior.
Pretty much.
Send another one of those letters.
Yeah.
Please, Daddy, I want a bag of holding.
All is not well. Send money.
Rakell is spending a lot more than I thought. His addiction is growing.
I haven't spent like a dime on myself.
Spend all the money on tattoos and opium.
All right.
It's soon to be.
The campaign went to for shit. First druggies.
Yeah, I got a bunch of grenades and opium and.
It's gonna end well.
Just get stoned and live in the gutters.
Oh no, we're gonna use this.
I was going to
Against
leave you a
our
tip
foes.
and I take out the jasper, but you've kind of insulted me when I put it
I
away.
do not mean to insult you. If there's something else I can do for you, gladly help.
Oh my god.
Oh, not now. Thank you.
Correction.
Oh?
She adjusts her tone a bit, and she says, "The bag of holding, I am mistaken, would be somewhere between 500 gold pieces and up to 800.
Oh, okay.
Or 500 to 1,000.
Good to know. Still a bit out of my price range, but that's fine. Thank you for the information.
Could be acquired, but like I said, there is a process to items these days. Hydra Merchant Guild has turned up the trading rituals on their heads, pretty much.
So if we were to ask you to acquire this as a broker, you know,
I am not really a broker. I just work here at this establishment, but you can definitely go find brokers to find you.
whereabouts would I find someone discreet that could bypass these processes?
Well, if you do have ties with the merchant or the Hydra Merchant Guilds themselves, if you go directly to the source, I'm sure they can bypass all paperwork.
Oh, I know some people in the Hydra Merchant Guild. Perhaps I can help you with that, Ramiro.
Rakel's best friend.
Okay.
But for another time.
Yes, for another time.
We must be on
But
our
just
way.
go to the merchant district in Hilltop and
Okay.
should be able to acquire them.
Yes.
I
Well,
believe the dealer would be a Kaine Hertz would deal those items. Would you like the process to be started?
yes.
It will take some time since it is an enchantment.
Yes. No problem.
Probably take into the afternoon.
No
We can get this done.
Well, as soon as possible.
All right, we will make the proper arrangements. I will go see our artisan. Please follow me, and I'll lead you to the room.
Well, there goes another day.
Nah. We're good.
All right. So, again, just for the sake of time, we'll say that you sit there. You meet your exotic-looking tattoo artist.
Wait, how long is this tattoo going to take? I missed that.
Early afternoon.
You didn't want to give him the money last night.
Yeah, this is all on you.
You
Gave me
meet
my
him.
Black Fist.
And what would you like the
Oh.
odds to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something to me.
Well, apparently, I've talked to some people, and
Oh, make
I
your
must-
own choice. This is something that will be permanent on your body. Do
Oh,
not
yes.
let other people influence your
no,
decision.
I was told that I must wait for my ceremony before I go through with my other tattoo idea. So today I'll just be
We're
getting.
still up with this charade, but I understand. Yes.
Oh, you. I know people in all sorts of places. No
I bet
charade
you
here.
do.
I'd like to get a rat on my shoulder if I can.
That can be done with
Excellent.
the ink that you have provided on your shoulder,
Yes.
left or right.
All right.
Excellent. Will you be needing any substances to help with this pain?
I guess we'll find out.
Because the enchantment fused onto a body is quite excruciating.
Well, if things get out of hand, my friend Ramiro here will pass me one of these smoking apparatuses.
Oh, what now?
Well, it is preferably that you do it either before, not during.
I'm just gonna spark up.
All right, excellent. I'd like you to roll a
So
Constitution
not only
saving
is it
throw.
half a day to get a fucking
Constitution?
eyes and
Yes,
17.
17.
Swamps ain't looking too good.
Okay. So the process begins. It's definitely a different feel than your usual drunken self. At points, you feel like as you're laying there on this, not even a slab, it's like a comfortable table that is padded. And his arms are kind of holding your arm straight while his other two arms start dipping into the ink and start beginning this process. You almost feel like a pull, like as if you want to be pulled down through the bed.
Oh.
It's up to you if you'd like to kind of let this feeling take over you or just kind of sit there. You're not feeling any pain, it's just going through.
Just gonna let it happen.
You're gonna go with the wave?
Yep.
All right.
Riding the dragon.
Is this what we bought a pound of?
Yes, it is.
My alcohol days might be behind me. I feel great.
Is there a monk way of the fucking
No,
opium?
that's what he's trying to say. It's coming out.
Yeah, you just see him drilling, and you see this guy go to work. He's very. You can see his muscles tense, and it looks like he should be forceful with it, but just the way he's holding it is very. He's being very gentle with him.
Right when he smokes that, I would have just come over the pit like, "Hey, Rakell, how much longer are you gonna be?"
My
You feel yourself drift in, seeing this almost arachnoid-looking figure over top of you, and he just kind of fades, and everything kind of just goes to black. You start hearing water drip, and you feel yourself kind of falling through the bed. Now, this feeling yourself, you know you can fight it off at any time you'd like. You feel confident in it, but you're just enjoying this vision quest, they'd call it. So you keep hearing this water drip from no real source. Everything gets black around you. You no longer see Ramiro. You no longer see this artisan over top of you. You just hear the slosh of this liquid. Slosh of this liquid. You start hearing this like low thud, like woof, woof. And then the ripples kind of start floating around as you look like you're laying in water, all blackness around you. You start hearing drips above you now, and there's like little green just
I don't see
little
anything.
sizzling, nothing, just coming from the ceiling above you that is just black. You kind of keep staring at the ceiling itself, and then you can start seeing these very white, pearl-esque razor blades kind of just appear out of nowhere, and just this big smile that creeps across the sky that you're looking at. Yellowish eyes start showing, and then the blackness itself starts to take a shape of like a snout. Very scaly looking as this thing just kind of manifests out of the blackness, looking down over top of you. And then you just hear a woof as these big wings appear above you. And you are looking face to face with this black dragon that is staring down at you.
What do I hear over the pen?
I'm getting a rat.
I'm sitting there reading a magazine.
Legs crossed.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
The dragon itself starts to like fly and starts like almost pulling away from you, getting smaller and smaller. From it was once gargantuan in front of you, has now faded away to very small, and is now landing about 40 feet away from you, off to your side as you're kind of the side you're facing now, looking. Just turns into smoke, and there standing is this humanoid. No shirt on. Scars all over his chest, one that goes from the shoulder all the way down to his opposite side hip. This long white hair with these two purple streaks that kind of go through it. The smoke just makes this figure as he starts walking, and you can just see this black smoke arising from his hand. The face itself is blurry. You can't really make it out. You can just hear this heavy breathing now. And you can see the green substance is going to lick out of this guy's mouth. And as he keeps walking towards you, towering over you. And you see him breathe.
Hi, I'm Rakell.
In slow motion, you see this fist, and all of a sudden turns into like black fire that goes through, and it looks like he's about to come down onto you. And then just as it's about to hit, you're like, and your perspective changes. This figure is now bigger than what he was. You're very small, and you like look down at your little hands, and you have like little fingers. You almost look like a little Tim. Your little tail's going through, and you're like looking around, going squeak, squeak, squeak. Lifts back up, and you're back into the den. The figure, it is done. Your tattoo is finished. Let it grant you great power. The enchantment should take hold in about 8 hours or so.
How high was I?
You done with your little trip, Lord of Lords?
It's Lord of Royalty.
Nobility.
Nobility, damn.
You know they only have one magazine in here?
We are sorry the paper might has not been fulfilling our shipments.
Well,
Perhaps we'll have a talk with them for next time.
It is none of your concern. But I hope you enjoy.
I get up, do I feel woozy or anything? Just
Yeah, you're a little fog-headed, but you felt, even though it was crazy trip vision and stuff like that, you felt in control the whole time. Like you weren't really worried or anything like that. Your head's not too foggy right now. You're a little, actually, shit, you should roll another Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah. It's classic Rakell.
18.
18.
oh God.
You feel like you're like, man, I could try that again. But you're like, meh, I'm all right.
Oh God, addiction. No.
But yeah, no, you fought off any poison substance of it.
Find me on the street.
You have been done. It is now.
Don't worry.
You guys have sat around. Val's done everything. It is now like afternoon.
All right, we better go meet back up with everybody.
Well, thank you for your
Well, I
expert
heard that
work.
stuff over the pin. I would have told Kaine, I think Rakell's drunk again. We gotta go find
Yeah.
him.
All you hear is like,
We're going to find
he
him.
didn't make too much noise, but you can just see that he was like spaced out. Like, he was,
So as we hit the, we're just gonna hit the street. Just
I guess
walk
so.
out?
Yeah, you're allowed to leave. As you leave, Milvia is like, as you're about to leave, she's like, "Your same exit, or would you prefer the front doors?"
Just the front door today.
I see you did not go for the hand tattoo. That is a good decision, I might say, if you don't mind me saying.
For another day.
We will
And I
be
smile
here.
at her.
She smiles at you. Well, you can't really talk. She has that face cloth that kind of blocks her mouth.
I can see
The
smile in her
cheekbones
eyes.
come up.
Yeah, cheekbones that come up, and yeah, she's a very attractive lady.
Well, at least her eyes are.
Till
She
next.
speaks with her eyes.
Till next time, and I give her a bow.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna take our exit and be
I
like,
gave her the finger gun.
Actually, if you did the finger gun to her, you can see her like almost go into like a stomachic thing with her hands ready to cast something in defense, and then she realizes
Yeah,
it's just a gesture.
Yeah, but yeah, she does that, and I just go.
"What are you doing?"
It's a finger
Color
gun.
of the pin.
I have a wonderful day,
Well,
and we hope everything was to your satisfaction.
oh, of course. Well, that was an experience. We're on our way back.
Where, you were saying all kinds of nonsense. Kaine and I are looking for you.
Just getting a tattoo. I smoked some of that opium. Well, I might be off the liquor.
You just hear like this, like static come on, like I'm gonna say something, and then it just clicks off. 'Cause I don't even
All right.
answer.
And head back to Val's. Or wherever
Okay.
you guys
Yeah,
are. Meet up
we
with
stop.
you.
We'll go back there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all meet up,
I'd punch Rakell right in the face. Hard as I can.
make an attack roll, and if you want,
That is, what do I add again for unarmed?
your strength.
Strength modifier.
18.
18 hits. 1
Why?
damage.
What are you
One day.
doing?
You fucking idiot.
What?
You
Look
didn't-
I didn't get my hand tattooed.
You
Like
didn't
glass.
need to smoke the opium. You know what that shit does? It ruins people's lives.
Well, it was certainly.
Technically, you wouldn't know unless Ramiro told you. You just heard him kind of mumbling. And
Oh,
he
I
said you
told
were
him.
drunk. Okay.
No, I told him I smoked.
Yeah, I
He
definitely-
also sent it
Well,
over the
Yeah,
pin.
sorry,
I
my
know.
mistake.
Yeah.
My mistake. Took a hit, man.
He said it would really help.
Your pound is still a pound. You didn't take any from there. They provided it formally.
They said it would really help with the tattoo. They said it causes excruciating pain.
If you're getting it, you should feel the pain.
Oh, I
It's
felt
the journey.
Oh, I went on a journey already.
Fucking idiot. And I turn my back.
I
I
tickle him.
I actively don't tell either of these two about the pound of opium.
Okay, perfect.
You're looking at me. Ramiro bought a pound of it.
I just.
Why did you buy a pound of
What?
opium?
My business is my own. I don't use.
I-
Calm down.
Actually, if you have some of that you're willing to part with, I'd gladly take some for some of our sicker children that are feeling.
You
a little
give
bit
your
of pain.
sick children opium.
Well, it's better than that than them screaming in agony all night.
Why don't you get them some real help?
We do. We have some, but on limited supply. We used to have more people we deal with until the swamp started coming further into the gutters.
Would a few coins assist you?
It is with what you provided us when buying the health potions. Yes, we'll use that to more healing, but you took some of our healing potions. But if you
Well,
have-
yeah. Well, pardon me, Val. I mean, I bought the opium for a purpose, but this just feels wrong.
I'm just saying.
I'm.
You do not have to. If you feel wrong, it's okay.
I'm
You're
gonna-
entitled to it. It's your possession.
Graff, how do you
We
feel
would
about
love
Sorry.
to, Val, but
It's your possession.
I've already
I almost went
taken-
back into Milvia there. Okay. Yeah.
Before it was a lot worse. We didn't really. We were forced to use some very odd methods of medicine and pain relieving and surgeries, and so we didn't really have doctors. It was mostly just Zukk, to be honest.
Oh my.
that's
And
a
you know how
scary
well that
thought.
fucking worked
After
out.
you said mostly just Zukk, I go, oh sweet God, and I just grab a.
We do not
bullet.
get the children addicted. It's just when we need to perform operations on them.
Right.
That's the only time we use it.
How-
And we do keep it away from them.
How much do you want?
How much would you be willing to part with?
Quarter pound. that a bit much?
That's just
That's a
more than
lot.
what we're talking about. These are little children. They only
I
need
know.
half a hit. But
Well, no,
that,
for one.
that would keep us well supplied. I will definitely pay you 5 gold pieces for that.
You hold the money. Just,
Thank you very much.
just
Very
Thank you very much.
Very generous of you, Ramiro.
now I only have
Ramiro.
3/4 pounds of heroin.
It is
I mean,
just good.
opium.
It is good to have just in case. It's like you get the sense that it's
Wait.
for dire needs, and there is issues where like the kids may
never
escape
told me
kidnapping,
opium
and they
was
might
heroin.
need.
Kaine, why would you let me do such a thing?
You're a fucking idiot.
All right. It is midday, gentlemen. Are you heading out the swamps today? Are you going to carry on more in the city?
No, we must be getting our way to the swamps
We'd
to
hope so.
assist you with your
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
We're on kind of a tight schedule, and we've fucked it up with the tattoo. So
Yes, but look how cool it looks. Look, guys,
It
it's
is
little
just like
Tim.
it's you got a really tattoo.
It is. So the vials are now empty. The enchantment needle is
say
gone.
Tim under it?
There is a little silhouette, or however detailed you'd want it, is done there. But as he shows you, it's just like scabbed right now. Like, it just looks gross.
In my
But
mind,
there
I
is-
wish it was like this crude, cartoonish, shitty rat. Like he's this super
You guys
awesome
with,
tattoo
Shamir,
guy. So just
with
plunge
the
it.
investigation check that you did in the last game, you guys did find the higher end tattoo. Now, if you would have rolled really low, there was another tattoo parlor. That would have been awesome to go to.
I'll do a rat.
Anyways, yeah.
Really accurate.
If that's what it looks like.
Looks like
Whatever
a
you're.
potato with a hat on
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
With whatever
Well, it's just
description
little
you
rat
gave to him, he was able to make it look very well. But right now, it just looks all scabbed over. And like he says, it takes 8 hours to heal and then grant the enchantment. But even as he shows you guys, like you can see the skin itself looks like it's trying to heal by itself, as if like some lay of hands spell was on it. But there is this kind of arcane energy to it that kind of outlines it as it's going and healing at the same time. All right.
Yeah,
On our way.
we could head out. I was really hoping Reich would show up before we headed off. I guess she's busy.
Well, we gave her much time.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
And knowing Reich too as well, daytime isn't really a good time that she shows up, just because of her race and whatnot.
Yeah.
She works well in the dark.
Would Val know any way to turn some of this opium into a tranquilizer?
Oh yeah, I could tinker with it for a bit, and
Well, how about some of the quarter pound that I gave you? Can you try and make something that we could dip like arrows into?
yes, that'd be an interesting way to use it. It might be slow acting, but I could probably talk with a couple of our
Or some poison to
people. Yes, it is a doable process. It'd take me a little bit of time, but I'm surprised I've never really thought of that. That's fucking ashamed. Fuck. Usually I'm a good weapons expert. It must be because Hansu's gone, and he enlightens me and encourages me. I'm not grabbing this book for no reason at all, guys. No reason at all. All right. Yes, she thinks she can do it. So out of that quarter pound that you already gave her, yeah, we can. She can work something out.
Okay, see what you can do, and we'll talk more when we get back. I tell these guys about my actual plan with the opium, like if we throw it in the fire and tranquilize it.
I like it.
Good work.
Tie it to one of those bombs, and we have a fucking drug bomb.
Oh,
Quite aggressive, isn't it?
Fail every drug test.
They're not gonna
You're
get
out
results.
of
Yeah, you're boom. You're all getting fired.
you're out of the leatherheads.
Yeah, you're out of
We don't deal in the opium.
Yeah.
Just children.
Yeah, only kids. This is a clean workplace.
all right.
Or we just throw
So,
it into the brewery.
is there anything you'd like to do
Oh.
before?
Drug the whole town.
Oh, Black Fist Ale. It'll fuck you up.
Not quite how I had mine, but
I've already given you too much. Just kidding.
Kaine's reaction. Are they?
All right.
What do you do when you give idiots a pound of opium?
Did this
you
to
could have
myself.
stopped this
Don't
if you
worry.
came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. I have to be the dad.
I wanted to buy 4 pounds.
Not only am I a dad in real life, I have to be a
Alright,
dad
time is
in
very
game
well.
too.
That's right. It's too late. We've already given it to the
Okay.
children.
At least he talked me out of buying 4 more pounds.
Just stop talking for a while.
Kane, you're actually like really relieved that you spent that like 4 hours by yourself
Yes.
meditating, and you missed Rakell for a bit, but it was just nice not to have it. As soon as it comes back, it's like you wasted those 4 hours. But you're happy to see your friends as you guys are all ready.
I'm still
Is there-
very disappointed.
Is there anything you guys would like to do
I'm mad.
before heading out into the sleepless swamp?
Nope.
Okay.
We're good to go.
All right. So you guys make your way out of the gutters.
Has it been a week since I last used my pendant? I can't remember the
It's
days.
almost a week there. I've been keeping track of that.
Okay.
About 5 days.
If you wouldn't have taken that portal, by the time you got to Rothschild would have been, so it's probably about another day and a half or so. So at the end of this, you'd probably, well, it depends what happens.
Okay.
You guys start making your way through the city alleyways of the gutters. Once again, seeing why it's called the gutters, you can still see some pools of the rainwater that built up just near the edge of this swamp. As you're going through streets, and you can start seeing...
She knows something's up.
As you make your way, you can tell that some of the buildings in the swamp has kind of overgrown, and the foliage has like taken over some of the buildings themselves. As you keep progressing further, you notice that the buildings themselves have like these swamp has. Sorry.
Okay.
The buildings now start to become more spread out and more sparse. I guess would be the word I'm looking for. You can actually, because you're still in the outskirts of the gutters, you can see that some people have, in preparation for the swamp kind of overtaking, have built their little abodes on stilts. There is now just legs kind of up, few kind of little clutters of places. You walk for about an hour or so, and then the swamp itself is now getting a little bit thicker. You do see a few very nature-like humanoids kind of standing there doing some type of ceremony, some kind of magical ceremony, as one has this cape that kind of goes up into vines that are behind his back. He has this wooden staff. You can see him kind of doing some magic ritual in front of the swamp that lays out ahead, as there is this mist that kind of sits in front, and you can hear them chanting, and they're just on the what once was probably a main road. There is still enough travel through this thing that it makes it seem still visible, but it looks like it was one of the main streets that led out of the gutters at one point.
Can I tell what they're doing, like exactly? Like...
Sure. Do an arcane check or investigation, one or survival, either three.
18.
The one guy with the vine kind of cape, he seems to be of a druid, a nature. It looks like they're doing something. 18. One of two things. He's either slowing down whatever the swamp's doing, or he's trying to communicate with what the plant life itself. He's either communicating or trying to push it back. You get the sense of it. Or just slow it down, what's happening. He's there with a couple of others that are in kind of like a cloak, kind of capes of some sort. Or, yeah, cloak would be more or less the thing of like leaves and kind of dirt to it, but this one main guy looks like he's more in charge. And he's off to the side of the road. You can just see him do it. He would be, he is human. Brown hair kind of comes into a V, real bushy eyebrows to it that kind of wisp up a little bit. A very thin face to him.
How close are we to him?
He's just off to the side, and you can just hear them doing this chant.
I'd like to walk over to them.
Sure.
Master Human.
He doesn't speak, but one of the guys in the cloaks does. I'm sorry, my master is performing a ritual right now. He cannot speak, but I can try if you'd like.
I'm just curious. We're about to venture into the swamp.
Do be careful.
Do you know when the last storm was?
The last storm, we had rain last night,
No,
yesterday.
The random...
The lightning, yes, my master is trying to deduce that. It looks like it was probably about 3 days ago.
Is it due for another one soon?
I believe so. It's been picking up just recently. The last 10 days, it's been more of a pattern now, and it keeps knocking a day off.
And excuse me for the...
Sorry, before he goes on, he does say that it cuts off and becomes more frequent, and then slows down again, and then picks up again. And it's just in the last 2 weeks, looks like it's back on a speed cycle again.
Excuse the multiple questions.
No, it's no problem, traveler. Be safe out here.
Do you know why the swamp is encroaching on the city?
My master has theories. if you're venturing in here, he I want you to roll a persuasion check, just because you just kind of walked up to this guy. But he seems very upfront and trustworthy. It looks like they're on a mission here, too.
11.
11 is good enough. He kind of senses your... It is spoken, my master says, that a place of power once resided under Rothschild, and he thinks that it may have been activated, or whatever power was the residue of the power is being used to do this. This mixed with another rumor of this exotic creature that was taken from the docks may have been advancing this.
Do you know what this exotic creature is?
I'm not too sure. Something plant life, though, for sure. But
one last question. Again,
it is all right, traveler. It's fine.
Do you know what we can expect going into the swamp in terms of
danger? No, I'm just kidding. Danger.
That was too good.
No, the wildlife here is taking a turn for the worse. Crocodiles have become more vicious. The plant life itself seems to have almost a hive collective. Something seems to be controlling it. My master's, at the same time of slowing it down, he is also trying to speak with the plant life to figure out if there's something he can connect to that is controlling them. Some plant life has been told to actually take over humans and make them do what they want them to do.
Is that something we should be
Definitely.
do you have any suggestions on approaching this swamp? We need to get through it to the flesh
Stay
fields.
to the main road. The flesh fields is I must have some shady business if you're going all the way to the flesh fields.
No, we're there to eradicate the leatherheads.
Yes, the mist does get in the throat and clouds it.
Yes.
That is a
I'm just gonna start staring at
task.
this guy. Like,
that I keep to yourself. There is high political figures who have actually hired us to slow the swamp down, but we have heard of other druids out here that are trying to speed it up. And the Leatherheads apparently are a far reach of some of these noblemen's. We are part of the Genesis Guild.
They don't seem to be doing any good for anyone, so...
I understand. But if I speak not from my master, but from my own experience here, I don't think the nobles really care if the rotten part of the city is taken over by vegetation. It would lead back to more trades in exotic goods and creatures.
I appreciate all the information.
It is, but stay to the main road. It will fork off in a few hours' travel, and you'll know when you see the skin fields.
Judging by the pattern that you have been monitoring, how long before maybe another storm?
Either tomorrow or day's end.
Good to know.
Are there any places where we can
Refuge.
find shelter, refuge on the path that we're heading?
There is a man up the road there by the name of Marino, I believe. He goes by that title. I believe he's in one of these structured buildings here on the stilts. Palo, I believe, is his first name. And there is some abandoned buildings here that were once part of the gutter district. But stay to that. Look out for anything that has a yellow flower to it. That is those vines that like to attach and kind of take hold of the body. And beware of also orange glowing conjugate of these frogs. Very deadly.
Oh, how do they kill you?
With fire.
Great.
They are like explosives. They conjugate and lunge at you and blow up.
I look down at my cloak for a second. Great. Just great.
Zukk would love this place.
Zukk is a deity of some sort.
Sure.
But yes, if you do, there's, I think we have two other two other comrades that are further in the swamp investigating more. They, like I said, we are part of the Genesis Druid Guild. Just be wary of anyone. You'll notice we usually wear these cloaks of the brown and yellow fall leaves, but it is the ones who wear the black vines. They follow a pestilence. There is a few members out there that we believe are helping the Leatherheads speed up the process.
If all goes well, there will be no Leatherheads.
It is a task.
Let's just scope this place out first before we go in guns blazing.
He will also tell you that goes in and saying the swamp is taking over some of the city, but it is also bringing new life to the city. There is a small commune when it comes to the fork and you go to Skinfields. There's a commune of these things called veggie pigments, small little creatures that are really good omen for nature. So hopefully the Leatherheads are not behind what the swamp is, but if you do find the source, be careful.
Much appreciated your help.
Safe travels.
Thank you. Good luck with your ritual.
Coin? No, just kidding. Yeah, for once you got information without having to pay anything.
Druids are nice.
This guy.
Yeah. Nice fella. Very
I have
informative.
4 Etten tusks.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I have 4 Etten tusks.
I would greatly like those.
Oh, I was just saying.
Oh, okay. To me, no. If you said it to him, he'd be like, yeah, sure. Okay. So.
Wait, when you notice, these things are pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah. No, the Etten tusks, they are giants, but their head sizes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you ripped them out. So
Yeah, I got 4.
they're pretty big. 4 of them, they'd be kind of.
They're there.
Deckle. They're there. All right. You guys proceed down this once path as the ground itself gets softer underneath. The mist is getting a little more impending, I guess, or dense.
With the mist, I just want to remind you I have Devil's Sight, so I
Yeah,
can see
so you can see through it.
completely normally for
Perfect.
120 feet.
In the daylight, you are coming up to a part in the road. There's a road, and the ground's it's not.
I agree. Turn back.
There's no. He's like, guys, don't get out. The familiar is warning my players what not to do.
What are you guys doing?
You guys are so scared. So I continue down this path, and you not in pending, so I'm going to assume you're taking the lead, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the lead.
Yeah, sorry, I'd like a marching order. Or you guys can all just be kind of combined in, and
Wherever I am.
where are you?
I think we should go 2 and 2.
I'll
and
go. Yeah, okay. I'll be in the front as well.
And also,
I'm going to be sniffing and listening as we go through.
I'm going to keep everyone turning around and
All right.
checking behind.
I'm gonna keep nervously checking my explosives.
As you're doing that, off to the side of the one road, and like I said, it's overgrown the road, but you can walk off the side, but you're starting to see more puddles of water and the marshy grounds and whatnot. But you seeing through the mist, you can see this pulse that's coming up probably about 80 feet off to your right hand side.
I go like this,
Yeah.
but not realize I do it before I remember that none of them were soldiers before.
Yeah.
I bump right into him because I'm walking behind him.
Took one of the satchels.
Son of a! Stop!
Sorry, I was staring at that dragon. I mean,
Having flashbacks. Whoa. No.
I tell them that there's something up there, and can I? It just looks like a pulse.
It looks like a pulse glowing, and even it is, like I said, overcast today, so there is some darkness to the swamp, and you're starting to now see more trees kind of coming up of old willow trees that were. Graff, you'd know that there was tree life along the shore, but nothing like this, and how it's all now sporadic. It looks like this is all new terrain, but yeah, there's a cluster or something glowing orange.
Glowing orange.
Yeah.
Say no. Those are those frogs that guy was telling us about. They're not moving towards us.
No, they're not moving. They're just staying in a little cluster.
But
from where you are, the trajectory is you'll probably, with your best guesstimation, you'll be about 15 feet away from that cluster.
What
If
if
you go
we
up the
throw
road.
an object at them, if they would explode
Throw a
on their
bomb.
own?
Well, if I throw a bomb, they're all.
I mean like a rock.
Your nose, you're also sensing. Just roll a survival check again for me, because you're not in wolf form though.
16.
16. Not in the immediate area, but somewhere off in the distance, further. I guess you guys would be heading east. This is as you're going out is east. You get there's this small hint of like methane or something, a fart in the air, but nowhere near close to you. But you can smell it just off in the distance. Anyways, back.
So when that guy was describing the frogs to us,
Yeah.
all he said was that they attack with fire.
How do they try to kill you? And it's like, yeah, fire.
They lunge at you and explode, is what he said.
They lunge and explode, so they explode.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if they have to trigger that themselves.
We don't know.
I'm keeping an eye on them too.
Okay. They don't seem to be moving. They're just the cluster that it is, and with the glow coming off, you can't really tell how many there are. But with the nature sounds in the air, it is predominant. You're starting to hear croaking come
How
from
far
that.
are we away?
About 80 feet from now. For now.
So I cast Minor Illusion
Yeah.
to just look like, as we walk, keep
Okay.
casting it and go very slowly to make it look like the background so they can't see us.
Let's do it.
So we all kind of line
No,
up.
no, I get you. Minor illusion though doesn't
It's
really.
5x5.
Yeah,
cube.
so it's 5. So you can do it for over one of you.
Well, I was gonna get us all to line up. So
Okay,
like a fan,
Have the
and then
sticks.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, and then I
Alright.
just keep doing it in
Alright.
front and like get around the stupid
Okay.
frogs.
I can't think of any better idea.
I can think of one.
Throw a rock at them, they'll explode.
I was going to shoot him.
There you go.
Boom, bang.
Yeah, as you're getting closer to them, and you're keeping up the illusion, none of them seem to be moving. They're all just sitting there. Occasionally, you just see as they catch like a fly buzzing around. Getting closer to them, they are frogs, except they have these orange, like warts or something that just pulse on the back of them.
no.
And there's about a good 10 of them clustered in this little area, all in one. They're tiny, not well. A majority of them are real tiny, except there's one in the middle that's a little bit bigger than the rest of them.
Give 'em some more.
Doesn't look like they're responding as you guys are going up. But then as you see them, they're all like pulsing in unison. So you see like one kind of jump,
You smell that, man.
another one jumps. But not towards you, they're just acting around. Continue walking by, continue walking by. They're behind you now.
Fuck those frogs.
Yeah.
It's a methane smell getting closer.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit more pungent in there.
What-
But nothing too bad just yet.
Well, we're gonna have to remember to
Continue
watch out
walking,
for those things on the way out if we have to make a hasty retreat.
Roll a perception check, Ramiro.
6.
Yep. Walking there with your vision kind of cutting through all the thing, you can see like a group of trees over to your right hand side, a little bit further than the rogs. Can hear occasional like caw, caw, as there are some birds that are just kind of flying over top.
Perhaps we should not clump up a bit here in case something does go off. Maybe take a good 10 feet buff.
Does anyone else want a bomb?
I got one.
That's okay.
I wouldn't trust myself with one.
Okay.
That's a verse.
I mean, if you,
No, that's fine.
I'm welcome. I'll take a couple of them off your hands if you don't want to hold all of them.
I'll carry. You want a second one?
I can take another one.
All right. Do it.
If I'm more comfortable.
I feel slightly more comfortable, but less.
Okay. As you guys continue up this road, the ground beneath you gets a little bit more damp and wet, more squishy.
Gross.
Looks like there has been some type of water source that has grown here now. It is filled up, and as you keep taking a step, it's starting to get up to your ankles, to your shin.
I roll up my new pants.
To
Pants.
roll them up.
These are new.
These are all new. These are all new, and he's keeping. This time, I'm surprised. He rolls them up, gets to about your knees. Still feel the soft ground. You'd see up ahead, off to your left a bit. There seems to be just a canoe of some sort, just sort of sitting there. A 2-person canoe. Looks like one paddle sticking over the side, and it's just drifting off. It's about 60 feet off the path that you're kind of walking. Even though it is water, you can sort of see, Ramiro can see up ahead. There it is, about just on the outskirts of your vision. Looks like the road kind of gets dry again.
nice to have that canoe.
Yeah, but I think we heed the warning of the druid and stay on the path. We've got stuff to do. Other people's problems ain't our problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue walking further.
Unless it has loot. Do you think it has loot?
I don't trust it.
As you walk now past the canoe there, Graff, like just a split second, you kind of look over and it looks like a snout and eyes were in the water. That was gone back under it. You're still about 60 feet away from where the road comes out of the water.
Underneath the canoe?
Just slightly past it, about 20 feet up from the canoe. So on an angle from where you guys are, canoe's here. Thing he saw is there, and you guys are in the path.
Oh, I see.
I'm just
And it was looking at you guys and just went submerged.
everyone out of the water right now, and I'm just start moving fast towards.
There's
the
water all around you. There's not really any point until the path out of there.
Yeah.
I just get my shield and rapier ready and
Just start
and just kind of
I use
boogieing.
minor illusion and make a duck 30 feet behind us that's flapping a lot.
Okay.
God,
So, doing that,
Muscle coming.
as you guys start sloshing in the water and like you see Graff just huffing her, you get all your weapons ready, look around, keep going, then you're or no, you just
Yeah, it's just the image of it.
flash out of the water. This huge reptilian of just muscle of this prehistoric age, long forgotten, just bites down, and the illusion just fades.
Guys, I got the duck!
His eyes looks back down, turns over. You can see its tail whip out of the water. Now looks like it's coming for you guys.
Oh shit. How far are we away right now?
I just like you to all roll athletics checks.
Nat 20. Athletics.
22.
17. All right, you guys all kind of working, breaking water at the same time. You guys make it back. As all of a sudden this thing's kind of veers off to the side. You can see the waters ripple, and then something on the right hand side of the path just kind of this big wave happens, and you just see this reptilian creature, a crocodile, just kind of flip around like something's got it, and then just the water settles.
This place straight up.
And you guys are
sucks.
back onto dry land.
Fuck this.
There's always a bigger fish.
With your 19, as you guys are walking onto the path, it looks like this next section of the path is littered with these yellow, beautiful looking flowers.
Oh fuck. The flowers. They're the flowers that take people over, remember?
Anyone have some
Flamethrower?
fire?
So as you're sitting here, there's like a good 40 feet of just these beautiful vines that are going over with these flowers that are very bright yellow, and just this white little, almost like 3 little pronged heads, pods kind of sticking out. You look over to your right, there seems to be a thicket of trees. Seems to be a thicket of trees, and off to the left,
Butterfly.
the mist would go. It looks like there's this little mounds, just like thing, but there's no flowers there. So kind of a thicket, or bushes off to the side. To the right, to your left, looks to be like these grassy hills. Not very like protruding out. It just looks like there's like mounds kind of poking out of what the mist would. You guys would see these little tops of it. What do you guys do?
Okay, so the flower is an alive thing, right? Yeah. I want to try. Like, how far are we away from them right now?
With Graff kind of spotting them out real quick, they are not very large. They're just very tiny. They're probably about 15 feet in front.
Listening to
close.
Zukk talk in his sleep about flowers all the time. Would I know anything extra about these?
Oh, roll a survival check.
Nope.
Too drunk.
One, not that.
Well, not that. You're like, man, these would be perfect for Zukk. Or like his mom, get a bouquet. These would be perfect.
To the brothel.
Guys, are we?
Any ladies would love this.
Are we super worried about discretion at this point? Like,
No.
I don't think so.
okay.
How far do we know how close we are to the skin fields?
For time travel so far, it's been about an hour or 2 hours just through you walking through this stuff. So with getting a late start to the day, you'll probably make it to the skin fields just after dinner. So it'll probably be about another 4 hours travel or
Still
something.
pretty far away from.
I tee one up and cast Eldritch Blast right at the flower.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
18.
18. Yeah, you definitely hit it. Roll your damage, please.
6.
6. That one flower that you hit, a little bushel, maybe 3 of them just kind of burn and then just sit there. And kind of the vines kind of retract a bit. And then just leaves a bare spot where you hit one of them. Well, a cluster of them.
Well, guys, this is going to take a while. I just started.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
So you're sitting there and you're just like.
I'll shoot them with arrows, too. Just to see
All right. You just see this little mist kind of go up in the air.
I want to try poison spray. Actually, that's a cantrip I have too.
Okay, poison spray.
Yeah. I want to see if, it's not just force damage, if I can just, gas them.
It's not going to gas us, is it?
No. It's
Depends which way the wind's blowing.
Well, yeah. It's a puff of noxious gas from my palm, so.
From your palm.
It says, that's what it says.
Yeah,
From my butt.
Zuck's giving us some poison resistance. I'm sure we'll be fine.
From his poison, not from this poison. It looks like they're not really reacting to the poison mist.
Okay. Well, I keep on.
So after, I'm going to say probably a good 30 to 40 minutes of just tick using bolts, you guys.
Kaine and I playing cards, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
All right, you watch. And as you start hitting them, as it's getting closer to the edges, you can see that they start retracting. The flowers themselves close in and almost look like they retract into the ground.
Yeah, it's right, you stupid flower. We beat up some flowers, guys.
Under your best assumption, the path is clear.
Did we level up or?
Okay, so what can we see ahead of us at this point?
A lot of burn marks, some bolts sticking out of the ground, some dead flowers that as soon as they were hit or not burned by force damage and blown up, just wilted and turned black after arrows have hit them and everything like that.
Okay.
I'm picking up my arrows as we go by.
Yeah, you pick up a few bolts there. You pick up pretty much all your bolts. It wasn't a really hard target, but yes, so you spend your time doing that.
I'm going to punch one of the black dead ones.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Pull back your fist.
Yeah.
There's some black soot and a black leaf on it.
Black fist.
I was waiting for that.
Continue.
Shit. Okay.
I'd like you all to roll perception checks.
Right on. 8.
10.
Is it anything to do with hearing or smell?
It would be hearing and smell, actually. Sorry.
Advantage.
Even out of your wolf form?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. Do the
I
advantage.
just want to make sure it's
12.
I'm not going to use your passive because you were focused in
Yeah,
on shooting.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he gets here.
I know, Millie. We're in danger.
I warned you guys.
gain
you didn't
advantage
listen.
on any wisdom
perfect.
perception checks.
You want to eat
Relying
Sure.
on
Roll
hearing or
again.
smell.
You're probably trying to eat them.
Oh, that's a nat one, so
Okay.
whatever I said before. 8.
8. Just guess you're nothing.
Looks
Barely
A-okay, everybody.
Keep going.
Let's continue with a smile on our faces.
Okay, perfect. So the thicket is now gone. The mounty hills, the smell of methane is starting to increase in the air here. Walking along, the path actually breaks into a path going left and a path going right. And in the middle, there are more or less more trees. Very black-looking old willow trees that are kind of branched over. Roll a perception check.
17.
17. Look over at some of the trees. You're like, oh, shit. Up in the taller branches, there seems to be about 4 to 5 these fruit-looking pears that seem to have scales on them.
Fruit.
Oh,
We have no way of preserving it.
It is about this trees. I'd probably say 15 feet high. It is pretty tall, but on some of the top branches, kind of hanging above where the normal mist would be, you can see these pears hanging.
Can I just shoot the branch?
Sure. I'll just roll an attack roll there because I want to see if you damage the fruit.
19 plus 5.
Like a sniper in the arcane arts.
I try and catch him all.
Damn it, I'll try and catch them.
All right, so you guys run up.
How big are these fruits?
Fist size, pretty
Like a
much
pear.
like a pear. A pear, they just have scales on them.
I try to take my cloak and I try to catch them in there. That way they're not just hitting my hand.
Tuk.
Really something.
All
Oh, you're
right.
helping too?
So you have procured yourself 5 of these pears.
Sweet. All right,
Scale pears.
Who's carrying these?
I'm full of grenades.
Actually,
It's on
I've
your
got
graph,
I've got a pocket room now that I gave you a grenade, so I can cram 3 of them. I don't know how many pockets this cloak has.
I'm going to say 2 on each side in the inside, and then you have 2 in the pockets. 2 on the out front.
So I got 3
My pack's
grenades.
pretty
So
full of
1,
my
2,
shite.
3. What the hell? All right, and I'm
So
gonna
the forks
the
off.
left,
There's
to the
just a
left.
bunch of trees in front of you, and then it's kind of clear on that side, clear on that side. Well, like marsh area
Which
there.
way is this methane smell coming from?
It's coming more from the left-hand side.
That's where we have to go.
Yep.
You fucking dick.
But the sound's coming from behind you.
from behind us.
Yeah.
Oh well, I turn around and look behind us.
There's a glow. Oh, the mist wouldn't impede your vision. There is something that's about 8 foot tall,
Oh,
very large,
out
green,
here.
and there is these big boils on it that
Yeah,
are
we're
glowing
getting
and swashing as
Out
it
of here.
walks. And it's like
It's a bloater.
Fucking goddamn
Pull-
fucking troll, bro.
Fuck.
It's walking and it's just tall, and it has just this fat face and just this big jowl to it as it like walks, and it slushes, and just there is a smell, not quite the methane, but this rot smell coming
Yeah.
from this thing. Has some bandages on it too as well, and it just walks as like a cloth, and yeah, it's about 8 foot tall, walking towards you, and it's about 30 feet away from you.
Has it already seen us at this point?
It looks like it has seen you guys.
I throw a pear at it.
As you hold back, throw the pear, fades to black, and we'll continue the story.
You just threw away 25 silver, man.
We might get it back, or maybe it likes pears.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you all for joining us for another
Fuck you,
tale in this
Colin.
epic adventure of the Sheath in the world of Calgernia.
Might not be the sheath out the next episode.
Well, hey, come on, guys! It's just a swamp.
No,
You
we're
know?
the-
You took on 2 orcs like this one.
No, we're gonna be the opium pirates.
Oh god, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for joining another episode of ours. There is a new edited episode up of the Squaw Squaw, or episode 2, I believe it is. That has been edited for your viewing pleasure.
Part 1 and 2.
Oh, part 1 and 2. Ben's been
Attaboy.
busy. Yes, hope you guys are all enjoying. So check that out, and
Yeah,
don't
sure.
forget like and
Ramiro,
subscribe.
Opium looks pretty heavy. Do you want me to?
Just to give you an idea of like the boils and stuff you're looking at, it looks something like this.
Oh, it looks
Oh,
sexy.
nice.
Just dead sexy. Probably smells great too.
Oh, it smells so good.
Kaine, how's it smell?
Awesome. So yeah,
Worse
our
than
recorded
that.
session will be up on YouTube on this weekend, hopefully, and
That's possible.
whenever. But yeah, yeah. Hope everyone's just really enjoyed and having a good time. Constructive
We are
criticism is always
anyways.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are. I don't care about you guys. I'm just being nice. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Awesome. But yeah, life's short. Be awesome to one another, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.